There he is. He's working now. Cool. Okay. So, everyone, welcome. He's here. After all the years of anticipation, all the build-up, all the hype, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Jordy Jordan, better known as Wings of Redemption, on the internet. How are you today, sir?
I am doing well.
Great. Let me actually adjust your volume because you were a little loud there. That's my
Okay.
fault. Not your fault, my fault.
Yeah.
And cool. So, holy crap, it's actually happening. People are going crazy. I'm sure the views are spiking. People are clipping this immediately. It's finally, the stars have aligned. The planets are like an adjustment here. It's probably like meteors flying by. And we're finally together in a piece of content, if you can believe it. Let me just up front, I want to welcome you to the show. And I want to let you know, you have my undivided attention. I don't have any pop-ups going on. There's no contributions. There's no leaderboard. It's just you and me having a conversation here today. I'm very appreciative of you giving me your time. And just to start off, I'm just curious, all right? And this is just a good way, I think, to break the ice. Why did you decide, out of all these years that people have asked us to do something together, that this would be the right time to do it? Like, why are you coming on today?
You asked me to. You asked me originally back in March of this year, and I wasn't in a good headspace. Like I was. Well, let's go and talk about that. We had fat camp.
Sure.
We had fat camp that happened, and like there was this incident where like I knocked my wife over onto a table while I was upset at Keemstar, and whatever it is, whatever people say aside, what ended up happening, right? I thought a 6'5", dude was holding me back, and I used a level of force I shouldn't have used because I thought it was going to be like a 250-pound man, and it wasn't. It was my wife, and I regret that to this day, right? Like I never wanted to do that and that kind of stuff, but there was this whole creeping dread and I was just in a bad headspace. For a long time. I went through a period of like 2 months of depression. I put on 40 pounds of weight, and all I did was like just sleep and just, do what I had to do to make sure the light bill, because the light company don't take hugs. Right. And that's
correct.
That was basically my whole fucking life for a while. And like, you looked at that as me like, oh, blowing you off because I don't need you at that point. And then I went back to Lol-Cal, which I didn't want to go back to Lol-Cal. I did it because, one, everybody wanted me to do it. Two, a guy that I respected asked me to do it, which is Tommy. I respect Keemstar as well. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't not respect Keemstar, but like Tommy's always been a straight shooter. He's always been a true friend that had no like stipulations or no like aspirations of like my time or my personal gain or anything like that. So he asked me to do it. So like, all right, I'll give it another shot, which I quit. I've already quit again, because like I wasn't
just
happy.
Recently, right? It was just like 2-3 weeks ago,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I just wasn't happy with it. Like it's mentally, to me, I have authority issues, and I hate having a boss. I'd rather make less money without a boss than go and have somebody tell me to clean the toilet. I've never been me.
Well, let me ask you this. Was anything holding you back from doing anything with me while you were with Lol-Cal? Like, officially, did Keem or anyone on the show be like, don't do anything with Phil because we want to maybe get him on the show and we can use that as an angle to get him on the show? Or it just never really happened because of the headspace you were in? No, I'm curious because from my perspective, I always got to wonder. Like, I know that Keem has always wanted me on the show in various capacities. And I was always wondering if that was a factor.
No. First off, like I'm not that kind of person. Like if you tell me to do something, I'm gonna tell you to fuck you. I know this. I don't know if it's PG-13 here. I'm just like, that's who I am as a person.
No, you say whatever you want. It's all good.
You never tell me to do something. You ask me to do something. If you ask me to clean the toilet, I'm 95% of the time I'll clean the toilet. But if you go, you better go clean that toilet or you better get out of here, boy. I'll show you how to leave the fucking place.
All right, so now you're not on Lol-Cal anymore for a few weeks. You're trying to do your own thing. I know for a fact, you're really grinding away at Battlefield 6 recently on your streams, and you're trying to make it, work again, which I understand. When you're putting all your effort or a lot of your effort into this Lol-Cal thing for so long, and now you're trying to get back into the grind of doing your own content, it's tough, especially when you're trying to regain that audience. There's a new game out. You're trying to get them to watch a new game instead of just the usual Call of Duty stuff.
Battlefield's fucking a travesty. I know you probably experienced it as well.
Here's the thing, and first piece of advice that I have for you that I hope will help you, okay? Because this is what happened to me. What I've realized in the last year is that people want an experience on stream with me where two things. Either number one, I'm like in my zone. So if I'm playing like a fighting game and I'm kicking ass, right? They love that. They want to see me really do what I'm good at and do well in it. Or on the flip side of that, if I'm doing what I'm usually good at and I'm sucking at it, that's equally entertaining. Okay. But the other aspect is they want to interact with me. They want to have a stream where they're hanging out with me and they're having a conversation as well as gameplay. And I've just recently, certain games that I've been playing, like I'm playing the new Pokemon game, which everyone is panning and saying this game sucks. But I'm turning it into a social experience with my audience where we're hanging out, we're having fun conversations. They can name the Pokemon that I catch and stuff like that. They love it. They absolutely love it. This game that otherwise everyone says is boring and bad, people love it because it's this social stream that I'm doing. And what I think is happening with you in Battlefield, which is exactly what's happening when I tried to play, is the game is nonstop, 100% action at every moment. You have to be like completely aware of what's going on around you because you're getting hit from 7 zillion directions as people are spawning on each other and shit. And it's just so intense that you can't really then turn to your chat and be like, hey, what's going on? And have a conversation. You're already dead. You don't even have a chance to breathe. Zero. And with Battlefield, it's squad based. Unlike Call of Duty, where you can run out there and kind of be solo, be like a hot dog, and you're getting kill streaks and you're doing your thing. In Battlefield, it's 100% based on that teamwork. You need to have the support guy who's reviving you, the engineer who's going to take out the tanks and the equipment. Without that teamwork, you can't succeed. The problem is when you're in a team and you're constantly communicating with your teammates, again, you're not talking to your chat. You're not reading your chat. You're not paying attention to the chat. So when I tried to play Battlefield, 2 streams in, people were already saying, this game's boring as dirt. Why are you playing it? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like full of action. How could you say it's boring? They're like, yeah, but you're ignoring us. I'm like, oh, you're right. I think that's the point is for guys like us who've been around for a very long time, people aren't tuning into a wing stream or a DSP stream to see us be like, oh my God, they're in their prime and now they're going to kick ass. They're there to just have a good time. They know who we are. They've seen our content for years and years, right? They just want to have a social experience with us, hang out. Yeah, the gameplay also, but they also want to have a good time with us. The people who are going to benefit from that high-end gameplay are the sweats, the new blood, the people who are like trying to be in the esports and they're grinding it out to be on a team and shit. They're the ones who people tune in. Oh, I want to see this guy's new strategy, this fucking new thing he figured out with a build. And I want, they're not coming to old guys like us for that. For us, I think we excel at having a social experience. I got a question, and you can't have that.
I got a question.
Go for it.
When you play Street Fighter, right? Because you're known as a former Street Fighter pro, do you not have the expectation that you feel like your chat has to be met when you're playing?
No, hold on. Are you saying an expectation of me performing in the game or an expectation of you performing in the game?
Like they expect you to at least win 70% of your matches.
To be truthful, Wings, I don't think so. Because the thing is, I haven't presented myself as a competitive player in a very long time. Maybe early on when I started on YouTube back in the day, and I was like, I'm a pro player. I'm good at Super Turbo. Now I'm going to play Street Fighter 4 and I'm going to kick everyone's ass. That was kind of my attitude back then.
I don't know how old you are, but like, how old were you when you started YouTube?
26, 27.
Yeah, because I was 24 when I started. So like, it's a long fucking time ago. And I had that same moniker. Like when I first started YouTube, I wanted to be known as the best in the world, right? Like I wanted to be that guy on Call of Duty. And like, as I've gotten older, I realized it ain't happening and it's never going to happen. And people say, oh, your Twitch reflexes go first. No, that's not true. I still have fighter jet reflex. I have 175 millisecond response time on like my hand-eye coordination. That's fighter jet pilot reflexes. Problem is my eyesight's going. Like even with glasses, like I can't see motherfuckers way far out and I have to use more zoom scopes. But like, yeah, I feel you 100% what you're talking about. Like I have to interact more and Battlefield just doesn't do it. And I think I've seen it across the board. Like Dr. Disrespect, I don't know if we can use his name, but he's a big guy like in the streaming scene. And he used to pull 25,000 viewers. I looked at him the other day. He's got 11,000 viewers, which is a 10,000 viewer drop off for Battlefield. Like
Mhm.
Battlefield 6 is just a travesty to stream. It's so you can't ever take your eyes off of it. As soon as you take your eyes off of it, is bang. There's like 3 seconds between games. You can't even go take a piss.
Yeah. The people who are going to excel at a game like Battlefield 6, at least with content creation, are the people who are on teams. They're playing with their teammates. This is their content. This is them practicing to go to some big event. That's the grind that people want to see at that high level shit. For guys like you and me, it's all casual shit. We have no aspirations. I have no aspirations to go to the nationals for Street Fighter and win. You have no aspirations to join a fucking esports team and fly across the
Uh,
world and play in a tournament.
I've done it
You know what I'm
before. I've
saying?
done it before. It's not fun. Like it's
Oh, dude, I know. I lived the life for a decade. I hated
yeah,
it.
like
I
well, I
absolutely
didn't
hated
live it a decade. I lived it for like 2.5 months, and I was like, fuck this shit. You know, have you ever had to scrim for 8 hours? Like just play Call of Duty at the highest level for free for 8 hours? I'm like, fuck this. I could go make YouTube videos and make more money in doing this shit.
So with us not having those aspirations to do the big stuff, we've got to find a way to make it entertaining for the audience and trying to play with a team where all you're doing is talking. The same thing happened to me years ago. I tried a few experiments. One of the things I tried to do was when Apex Legends was brand new. It just came out, okay? And I tried playing with a team, one of my moderators and another streamer, and we did good. We actually were winning matches. We were, overall, we were getting better. And after doing it for like a month, no one cared. The views were down, the income was down. I was like, why? And the feedback was, people are here for you. We're not here for you and the team. We're not here for we're here for you. So you have to be here for us. So I think when Call of Duty comes out, that's where you excel, right? Like that's your game. Even though I know you say you hate it,
Fucking
I
hate
think
it.
you have to admit you're so good at it that when you play it, you can get into that zone and you can
Yeah,
get
but
those kill streaks.
weren't
You
you
know
in
what
the
I mean?
Lummox video the other day saying that my hand-eye coordination's gone and then I'm fat and I got cloudy brain? Like, is that not
I
you?
didn't say that. I didn't say cloudy brain. I don't even know if I said your hand-eye coordination is gone.
You're talking about boxing.
Oh, but boxing. Well, boxing's a whole different thing. But it has nothing to do with that either. We're talking about like a fight between you and me, is what the discussion was. Is that
Yeah.
okay? Let's get into this discussion
Yeah.
because this is something I want to talk about for sure. All right, Jordy, you get baited so bad all the time by everyone around you. And I don't think you realize how bad it is. Or maybe you do and that you're rolling with it.
I want to go.
I don't know.
I'd go say this far. I think you're watching highlights because I stream.
Oh, of course. I'm not watching the whole raw.
Yeah,
stream,
I stream
for sure.
I stream like 4 hours a day usually. So it's like that's 30 hours a week where people clip like a 30-second section of my stream and they just put them
Right.
all together.
And that's exactly what they do to me. And then they act like that was the whole stream. Right. And it's bullshit. It's not, because there was one asshole in my chat who I lashed out at because they were being an asshole. Doesn't mean that's what I do all day, but that's how they portray me. And they do exactly the same thing to you. Okay. But the point I'm making here is I'm not saying it happens constantly. What I'm saying is people will say something to you and you take that bait and you run with it. Like, for example, people asking you about fighting me, right? Like, are you going to fight DSP? Would you beat DSP in a fight? Why would you even entertain that? Because no matter how you respond, that's going to be clipped. That's going to be thrown on the internet as a negative. They're going to send it to me. They're going to say, see what he said about you? And they're going to try to get drama stirred up.
Well,
and
publicity, publicity is good publicity.
Well, yes and no. Like, I'll agree to that to some extent. But, for example, let's talk about the whole fight thing between you and me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm 5'10". No, excuse me. I'm 5'11". You're 6'4".
6'1".
No,
6 foot.
Oh, you're 6'1"? I thought you were 6'4".
6 foot even.
So you're 6 foot even, and I'm
Yeah.
5'11". So we're about the same height.
Yeah.
You weigh way more than me.
430.
Wow. So I just weighed myself a couple weeks ago, and I was 188.
Yeah.
All right, and that's my new weight. That's because I've been losing weight, and I'm working out.
What was the heaviest you ever got to?
Around like 245 was about my heaviest.
245.
And I don't know, dude. I have no fucking clue how you do it because when I was at 245, I was I'm miserable. I couldn't exist.
Fucking miserable. Like, and I know 245 is not bad. 245 is actually my dream weight. Like, I'd be happy with 330 right now. If I was 330, I'd be able to beat the world. But like, dude, it's so miserable.
No, and just for me, my fucking knees. There was one day I was 245. This is when I had my office job. Okay. I opened the car door in the parking lot. I put my leg down. I go to stand up and my fucking knee pops. and all the tendons in my leg shooting fucking pain. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just standing up. And it's fucking like this all the time. And I don't know how you do it. You must have incredible amount of like pain resistance. Maybe you phase it out in your mind. You know how you can do that? You just don't think about it and it fucking goes away. Because I would never be able to do that.
You lift weights
shit.
now, right? You lift weights. You ever picked 100 pounds up?
Oh, of course I have.
Yeah. Could you do 2?
Could I do 2? Yeah, but not for more than like 1 or 2 reps. That'd be it.
So like my life is picking 2 of those up every time I stand up.
Yeah.
Every time I stand up, every time I want to go for a walk, every time I want to fight somebody, I'm carrying 200 extra pounds around.
My God.
It is just, it destroys your body. And I'll talk to my wife all the time. My wife's like, let's go for a walk. I'm like, dog, really? You want to go for a walk? Like for her, a walk is something that's gentle and like nice. And we look at birds and things.
It's relaxing.
So to me, it's a grueling uphill battle where I'm just dying. It's like, oh my God.
All right, so getting back on topic, because we did get derailed there. The topic of you and me fighting, right? So I don't even know how it came up on your stream. I really have no clue who brought it up or whatever. But someone bait you into this comment. Okay, so how did it happen?
Somebody came to my comment and said Phil was on a Lummox video stating that he would knock you out in 1 round. That's what it came to me.
Nope. Of course that never happened.
Yeah.
Here is my perspective. Okay. You and me in a ring. We square up. Immediately what I do is I step away from you and I never let you touch me because I have stamina. I can just dance around you. I don't know if I'd be able to effectively strike you or hit you, but I'm going to tire you out. You're never going to be able to hit me. Even if you come at me, I'm just going to step aside until you're beat, you're tired, and then that's it.
The only issue
I already won.
The only issue with that is I've actually trained in boxing and I know how to cut the ring off.
Well, there you go. And I don't have any boxing skill whatsoever. Yeah. But obviously, if we were to fight, I would train. I would learn all that shit.
Because
and we, but that was the point.
As a fat motherfucker, Phil, you don't fight the skinny guy out in the living room. You fight him in the bathroom.
Exactly. Exactly. You play to your strengths. And that would be your strength is you have insane size on me and you can just overwhelm me if you get close enough to me. Exactly right. But anyway, that's the point. Someone, I don't know how it came up, but someone was like, oh, like Wings would beat up DSP. I'm like, no, Wings would never hit me. If we were actually in a real fight and we were training, Wings would never hit me. I would never allow him to get close enough to me before he would gas out and that would be the end of the fight. Right. But that's all I said. I never said I would knock you out. I never said anything like that. But this is what these people do. Mm-hmm. They take the comment, they twist it, they turn it into something. And now, let's get these guys to be angry at each other. Let's get these guys to talk shit about each other, that they want to fuck each other up in a fight and shit like that. And I hate to say it, it's not just your trolls. Dude, it's everyone around you, at least from what I've seen. And again, I'm watching highlights. You're correct. I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing the whole picture. But dude, there's been times your moderators say fucked up stuff about you, about me, about others. They are 1,000,000% goading you into making that clippable content. They are content farming you. And I don't think that you're aware of that. Case in point, this just happened on a stream a few days ago. Your moderators are telling you that my wife left me. Okay. And you're like, oh, she did? Oh, she did. That makes sense. Dude, my wife didn't leave me. We're happy. We're actually happier than we've been in a long time. I just don't put her in my content. So the detractors are like, well, she must have left. Let's make a negative out of this. And then they spread that on the internet and they tell, let's have through the grapevine, this and that. Next thing you know, now it's like a meme. Phil's wife left him. No, she didn't. But now you hear it from your mods and you believe it.
It's not
and then you talk about it.
I figured your wife was going through the same thing mine's going through. Well, not the same exact thing. Like my wife recently put some weight on and she doesn't want to be on camera anymore. But the reason she put weight on is because my wife had thyroid cancer. So like she has to have all these concoction of medications to like replicate what her thyroid used to do for her because it got cut out to get the cancer out of her body. And like her medicine messed up recently and it's affected her metabolism and she gained like 20 pounds. Right. And she's unhappy with herself. And I'm sure your wife, because everybody can see that Kat's gained weight since she got married to you. Right.
Of course. I mean, it was a given just seeing the 2 times that she really appeared.
And all women are a little vain. And they don't want to be seen in a negative light. And I'm sure that's the same effect, right?
Jasper Kitty. Actually, so let me put it this way, because I've explained it to my audience, but this is a great opportunity to get it out there so that people kind of understand. Because I think a lot of people don't understand. For guys like you and me, all right, we put ourselves out on the internet every single day, right? We're open to scrutiny. We're open to trolling, but we do it on purpose. This is our job, right? It's our job to make the money. So we're doing that every day. But there's people out there who they're not used to that level of scrutiny. They're not used to that level of criticism, trolling, childish insults. All right. Nor should they be. You know, most people who don't stream, don't make videos on the internet have never even experienced that kind of level of bullying like we see every day. We're kind of immune to it because we've been seeing this for how many years? But my wife, she doesn't know about that world. All right. Now she knows about it because she sees it happen to me on stream every day, but she doesn't experience it. And so back when she moved in with me in 2018, it was actually our intention originally that we were going to do some content together. Maybe like once a month, we do a Q&A video with the audience and we'd hang out and have, you know, fun conversation with them. And then maybe she would do some gameplay. And this culminated in 2018's Halloween special. She dressed up in a Halloween costume along with me. And we were doing the stream together, playing Silent Hill. And the trolls came by and they said such vile, disgusting things about her on that stream that she literally saw it in a chat, shut down completely. Like she couldn't help it. You know, it's just a natural reaction. She just shut down. Off stream, we took a break. She's like, I can't do this. She's like, I thought I could. I thought I was built for it. I'm not. I don't want to be in your content if this is how it's going to be. It's just is like really messed up. What's going on? I said, I completely understand. And I did the rest of that marathon by myself, despite the fact that it had been planned to be both of us on there.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't even appear in my content until 2024 again. I want you to think about that length of time, 6 years away from that crap where she wanted nothing to do with it. The only reason she came back is because it had been so long and we actually really wanted to play Yakuza Like a Dragon together. Well, actually it was Infinite Wealth because it had this mode that was very similar to Animal Crossing. And we had played Animal Crossing together offline in 2020 and actually loved it. Well, oh, we could do a virtual island together. And we brainstormed this idea. Let's have her come back and do this content with me. So she did. And obviously anyone can see, yeah, in those streams, she had gained weight since 2018. 6 years had passed. A lot had happened. Mm-hmm. All right. Thing is, I don't tell anyone about it. Unlike with you, you seem to be incredibly transparent between you and your wife and everything. You tell everybody everything, right? Like, I don't tell anyone shit because I've been through this already.
I don't tell everyone everything. Like a lot of people were surprised recently that own cows.
Oh, I didn't even know that you own cows. That's cool.
Yeah, but I have this whole life that I exist. I don't tell people about.
That's good. Because I learned the hard way, dude. You know, when I started back in the day, I shared absolutely everything. 100%.
Internet was new. Internet was new.
And who would have thought that something that you said or did in 2010, 2011 would come back to fucking bite you in 2025, you know?
Cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands. Dude, yep. I hate it. I knew when you lost your Twitch that mine was going soon. Like everything.
I'd love to talk about that later. I definitely want to hit upon that bullshit later because I think there was definitely something going on there. How the fuck did both of us lose our Twitches?
Well, everything that happened to you, I knew it was going to happen to me. Like if something happened to you, I'm like, all right, this is about to happen to me in the next month. Because they always did you first.
Yeah. And then you were right after. It's bullshit. So I think it was an agenda. There was people there working behind the scenes. But anyway, so early on, I shared everything with my ex and everything. Oh my God. She was in all my content and everything. And it was a fucking disaster, right? Like people would, number one, everyone hates my ex. So now that's rubbed off on me. Everyone now hates my content because they hate my ex. And then on top of that, I'm revealing things about my private life. People are now starting to do intrusive things to my life. They're fucking with me. They're messing with my actual real life shit behind the scenes that no one should even know about, you know, because I had a electric bill sitting on my countertop by accident. It wasn't opened. It was a closed envelope electric bill. And I'm filming in my kitchen doing a vlog. They call my electric company and they turn off my fucking electricity. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of level of shit.
How they fucking turn your electricity off like that?
Because they saw the company. Exactly right. They socially engineered. They called in. They pretended to be me with basic information, and some dunce at the company thought it was me, and they tried to turn off my electricity. And the only reason I didn't get it turned off is because they emailed me 2 days prior and said, so it's going off on Monday. I was like, what? So I called them immediately, said, this is all bullshit. And I had to put like multiple levels of fucking password protections and shit in, so they can't do that shit
This
anymore
fucking
on all of my
sucks.
stuff.
Sucks.
So I've been through this shit, right?
Yeah.
I learned from experience, you cannot share your shit with the internet anymore because they will take every little thing, even as stupid or small of a piece of information seems to be that you'll give these people, they'll run with it and they'll create entire conspiracy theory scenarios around crazy shit. So
can I ask you a question about that?
Oh, go ahead.
Like the bankruptcy thing, right? Like, why was that open? Why was that an open forum? Why wasn't that behind closed doors? I thought that was the stupidest thing ever, that people could like call in and listen and shit like that.
Well, it was a combination. First of all, bankruptcy hearings are public.
Yeah.
Like they are a public thing that anyone can go to. I think that's really stupid because obviously now we're entering the internet age where people will fuck with you, because they can. If they can get away with it anonymously, they will do it. Normally, a bankruptcy hearing would be in a courtroom in front of a judge, in front of security. So if someone tries to fuck around, you get arrested, right? But COVID was going on. So because of COVID, they suspended all in-person action and it was all over the phone. And they had zero checks and balances, zero. So literally anyone could have called into that and said that they were a creditor of mine and fucked with that hearing. Now, normal people don't go through what we go through, so they would never think there'd be someone that crazy to do that. What? Some nut job would actually chance doing that? Yeah, that we go through it every day. But normal people don't think. The judge never would have thought. My bankruptcy lawyer never would have thought that someone would have called in and pulled something like that. But anyway, so getting back to the subject about my wife and everything, 2024, she comes on the stream. Obviously, she's gained weight. Everyone, again, nothing but disgusting, fucked up comments about her. It's absolutely ridiculous and out of control. And since then, basically, she's made it known, I'm just not built like you guys. You people like you, people like other people, streamers can be on the internet. They can put up with that level of harassment. I can't. It actually hurts me. Like my brain, my emotions, I get hurt by it. And that's why she's not in my content anymore. And I don't know if she ever will be again, to be frank. Like after the 2 times she's tried it and it's been that fucked up. The thing is, people like you and me, we're online all the time. People like our fucking trolls, they live terminally online. Like they're never offline. That's their life, is to just fucking troll people on the internet. To them, they can't even fathom that like someone would not understand that you could be trolled if you're on the internet, or that why can't they get it? Why don't they have thick skin? Not everyone does. Not everyone is like that. They live in an offline real world where you don't get bullied every 5 seconds.
It's like a superpower though at the end of the day. Like when I see like real life problems or like people's real life problems they're faking out about, I'm like, this is easy. You ever been raided by the police or had the FBI call you? Like that's an actual problem.
And so this is the thing, like people say, well, because Phil's wife isn't in his content anymore, she must have left him. No, she's a normal person and she doesn't want to be harassed and bullied nonstop.
Why don't you like put pictures up on your ex or something though? Like you could take pictures with each other, just cherry pick a really nice picture you guys together and throw up on X every now and then.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we have, and I say this, is people don't want to believe it because they want to believe the toxic, the negative. They want to think that like my life sucks because they hate me, right? But in reality, I have a great life. Outside of this room, when I'm with my wife, we have the best time together. We have common interests. We have things we love to do, and no one will ever know about them on the internet, and that's a good thing. The fact that we have that private life or whatever, we don't need to share it with the internet because I don't need to brag. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not showing off or anything. I'm good. And I get it. It's nice to have that social aspect, but the fact that we know that we have this stalkerish people after us who will fuck with us, any piece of information we give, we made that pact with each other that unless we make an active decision that she'll be in my content again, it's a complete separation of what's public on the internet versus what's private behind closed doors. And our life has been dramatically better since we made that separation. So understand, we're happy. She hasn't left me. It's just that we don't want to fuck with that. Why put extra stress on our life together by putting it public when we don't need to? We're happy as we are. But that's just one case where people like your mods or your viewers or trolls or whoever it is, they come to your streams and they say something and they're like, here it is. And you're like, oh, really? And then you start commenting on it. And next thing you know, you believe it and everyone believes it. It's not true. And this happens a lot in your content. They goad you into stuff. Phil said he's going to beat you up. I never said that, but that's what they want you to believe. And now they've got the clip. they've got that piece of information they want to run and make their videos from. And listen, they do it to me too.
Mhm.
They do it to me too. They get my goat too sometimes. But I think it's kind of the thing with you where that's
Well,
one of the
I
reasons
try not
why
to be
they latch
boring.
onto your stuff.
Try not to be boring.
So you're saying sometimes it's intentional. You'll
Yes.
give them that
Well,
because you think
100%.
it's
Like the whole
interesting.
Aldi's thing I created was intentional.
Was that the thing where you said that you had stock in something that you can't hold stock in or something like that?
Yes. Like the
And
whole,
they bit right into
they
it.
bit right into it. Like it was a close, because I'm like, listen, guys, Aldi's, we're about to go into a recession. The economy is not in the best of shape right now. The tariffs are going to kick in. People are going to go to the low market grocery stores, and places like Aldi's is going to go up because people can't afford Food Lion or Publix anymore. Like they're going to go to the cheap grocery store. So you should buy stock in Aldi's right now because it's only going to go up. And everybody's like, you can't buy stock in Aldi's. You know, it's like, of course you can't, motherfucker. But guess what? I know you're here. I know you're lurking. Now I can ban your bitch ass because everything I've noticed about trolls is they're all fucking crypto bros. Every one of them's a crypto bro, and they're all like stock market, Wall Street bets kind of guys. They're all this like human incel incarnate. Like I bet their fucking room has a tangible barrier of smell, right? Because they don't take fucking baths. It's crazy. They're all the same. They're just hive mind.
I wouldn't doubt you. For me, I mean this seriously, and a lot of people won't believe me. I don't pay attention to what my trolls are doing or saying. I just don't want to know. And then people will bring it up on my stream, and that's how I hear about the next meme or the next bullshit that's going on. But like, I don't know anything about them. Like, I didn't even know a guy named Duty or Duty Streams existed.
You didn't know Duty?
Until like a year ago. I never heard of him. I had no clue who this guy was. You know, people will say it on my stream. Oh, Duty. I'm like, what
Duty
the fuck
is so fucking confusing, dog. Like, because Duty got money. Like, he's got like real fucking money. And like,
wasn't he one of your trolls? People said he was your troll first.
At one point, yeah, but he found me boring and he latched onto you.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, dude, you got real fucking money and you spend all your day dealing with Phil.
Well, yeah, it's like you said. I think a lot of people, they look at these people and they're like, well, that guy's just unhinged or whatever. And to some extent, I think that's the case. I'll be honest. I do feel like there's a group of people who have now grown up. Now, not Duty because he's older, right? But there's a group of people who've grown up on the internet their entire lives. Their entire important existence is on the internet. So they actually think this shit matters. Like, oh, I'll talk shit and harass someone online just like gives them, it doesn't matter. It's all bullshit. To me, what's more important than anything that happens online is what happens outside of here when I'm with my wife and I'm in real life. It's like I say, online, you guys can make fun of me as much as you want, but I hit my goals and everyone takes my money when I'm off the stream. So why the fuck do I care what you're saying about me? Right? Why do I care what video Duty made about me today when I'm good? I just don't give a shit. But I feel like there's this weird online culture of people who, like, even if they're okay in life, somehow they feel like the way that they can get any kind of positivity, any kind of feeling of endorphins like running through them is to bring someone down today. Now, they don't have the balls to do anything in real life because if they did, they'd probably go to jail. So instead, they find these resources online to latch on to people and fuck with people online. And this becomes this whole community mentality. These thousands of people on the internet, all I do is fuck with people all day. I want to bring them down to make myself feel good. Because, like you said, it's not just weirdo teenagers or to some extent an obsessed group of people, who have like hyperfixation on shit. I do think that's part of it. There are people who are like that. But I do believe that there's a group of people who now this has become a pastime for them. This is actually how they get their jollies off. They fuck with people.
They create this hive mind, right? And they create this network and they create a narrative. Like the narrative of me is like I'm this fat, ragey person that is the scum of the fucking earth. Like if I did everything that my trolls accuse me of doing, I'd be in jail. I'd be in fucking jail. Mm-hmm. I'd be in jail for the rest of my life. But the problem I have with it is it creates this community. And this community indoctrinates people into hating you. And all it takes is one sick person that isn't clicking all up here in the brain to go do something to somebody. Like I put somebody in jail. Like I put one of my trolls in jail for 8 years. From swatting, because they swatted me. And it's like, dude, you cost Horry County Police like $400,000. You don't think there's going to be a case opened up about this? It's like, don't do that. Don't
No,
do that.
and that's the thing. They feel like they are immune to any kind of repercussions or any kind of consequences because it's done online. We're still in the early years, the early generation of online existence. We don't have safeguards for a lot of shit right now, right? The stuff, it's like the Wild West still in a lot of ways. Someone's fucking with you. You notify YouTube, you notify X. They don't give a shit. Like, oh, well, file a lawsuit. Well, dude, I'm not fucking made of money. I can't be filing frivolous lawsuits left and right. Like, what are you talking about? But maybe in 20, 30 years, things will be different. But as of now, the culture is pretty bad online. It's very toxic. And, anyone who thinks that they can get one up on someone and get over on them.
I know you don't like talking about the troll shit, but there's one I have to talk about. And I've always wondered, because the one I took offense to, because I'm a car guy, right?
Okay.
I'm a car guy. Like, I know cars.
Mm-hmm.
What is the true story behind the Corolla wheel?
The Corolla wheel. I don't know what that is.
There was a situation, I think Kat was at work, and you stated that somebody stole one of the wheels off of your car.
Oh, yes.
Just one single wheel.
Correct. Yes.
Is that the
That's what
true
happened.
story? It
100%.
wasn't that your wife like curbed the fuck out of it and it blew the tire.
No,
they just
No.
went and took just one wheel.
I'm sitting here streaming, okay, and I get a text from my wife who's getting out of work and
Yeah.
normally would just be driving home, and she says, "I really don't know what to do. Our entire wheel is missing from the car." I said, my reaction was exactly like yours. I was like, that can't really be what happened. There's got to be something going on here. So I'm trying to get the real story out of her. And she's like, no. And she takes a picture. My car is on a fucking tire jack. The entire wheel assembly has been removed, missing. And they left the jack.
At least they left the jack. At least it wasn't on the ground. One of the issues I have with this picture, I don't know if you've seen this picture in a while, but like, and the reason I was like, that this can't be the true story, because like she's parked in a way that she's taking up like 3 parks. Like she's not directly in a park. Like the car is like sitting slightly slanted. And then you could see like the wheels missing and the jack's there. And it's like, huh.
Oh, and I have no idea about that. When I got there,
this is deep within, like you had the person link your bank stuff as well. Like,
that was way earlier. That was like 3-4 years earlier before that.
Well, it might feel like the same. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't know about the parking position. I know that was a mall parking lot, and obviously mall parking lots, who knows how they paint the lines in that? I have no fucking clue. But
or you just the whole fucked up thing about cat can't park.
I don't know. I really have no idea. You want to know the truth? Not once ever has she driven the car when I've been in it. When we're together, I drive.
Well, 100%. I can't say that. I'm the same way. My wife hates driving when I'm there because I critique her driving because she drives like a woman. And I will say this: you can be sexist to me. Women are bad drivers as a species.
All I know is when we're together, she would rather that I do it. So I'm like, I don't care. I need to practice, dude. I drive way less than she does. She's out here, several times a week working. I only leave the house 1-2 times a week to drive. So I need to practice driving.
So you ever get in the car rusty and just be out of gas?
No, because I do keep an eye on it. I do. And she's good at telling me when we're low on gas, so that, we know to get it. Either she gets it on the way home or we'll get it when we're out or whatever, not a big deal.
Dude, I would hate to live the life you're living right there, dude. My wife treats a car like a garbage can.
Oh,
like
man.
An absolute garbage can. I'm like, dog, we don't pay $20,000-$30,000 to throw trash in the floorboard. Come on now.
You got to buy the bags and shit. Like we have those bags you put behind the seat. So when you have trash, you fill up the bag. Mm-hmm. And then I just dump those out every once in a while. But I just wanted you to think of it this way. The tire is completely removed. Not the tire. The entire wheel assembly was removed. So I lost everything, the entire assembly. And I show up and I'm staring at it. I can't believe it. The mall security can't believe it. Bystanders can't believe it.
There were no cameras?
Like, what the fuck happened? There's cameras. The problem is I live in Washington State. Second or third most liberal state in the country, where no one cares. So we called the police. They said, file an online report. We filed the online report. We sent the pictures. We gave the information to the mall security. Okay. The police literally never contacted us. They didn't care.
Dude, I would have wanted the video footage just to put online, just to make the money off of it. Because like that.
You mean like
Yeah,
of the car, like walking around
like
the car.
somebody just taking my fucking wheel off my shit. I'm like, all right, you want my wheel?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did ask them all for that. We said, can we have the footage? And they said, we're not allowed to give that out to the public. We can only give it to the police if the police request it. And the police never cared. They never investigated.
Well,
or if they did, they never even told us. They didn't care.
Well, since you had a police file, like you filed a police report, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would mean it would be the Freedom of Information Act. You could actually go through that since it actually involved in a crime. You're entitled to that footage. It's not like they can't give it to you. Like
I guess if they requested it,
yeah,
then it should be.
So you should have had a caseworker. Like generally, when the police give you write a report, they'll give you like somebody to contact, and you to contact that guy, and you'd open a FOIA request.
I don't know. I got nothing.
How much did that cost you?
They didn't even bother.
Because like you have a relatively new car, like a 20 plus. So it's a
it's 20. It's a 2017.
It's a 2017.
Well,
damn.
Yeah,
I'm old. Like it's almost 10 years.
Yeah,
old now.
you gotta understand. It's almost 10 years old now. I know it feels like it's new, but it's not.
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm not lying again. I'll say this, and people will say he's full of shit. It cost almost $700 to get the whole thing replaced. Because it was the entire assembly. It's not just a tire. I'm fucking replacing everything.
You got the wheel.
You know?
Yeah, you got the wheel and the
whole
tire.
wheel. You have to order it. They don't just have that shit sitting around. You order it. They fucking comes in a few days, and it's
now it doesn't match
ridiculous amount of money.
Because it's new, and all the other ones have.
It actually did. I lucked out. It does pretty much match that. And I bought those special nuts that lock now. You need the key to fucking get the nuts off. So now no one can steal my tires anymore.
Well, they still can, but yeah.
It would be a lot harder. They wouldn't case my car.
It take them 2 or 3 extra minutes.
And that's the thing. I don't think they're very afraid out here to do it. It's not, I'm pretty sure everyone saw them doing it in the yard. There was literally in the middle of the mall parking lot, surrounded by other people in cars. They didn't give a shit.
Nobody cares. Because I wouldn't. My niece called me. She's like, I locked my keys in my car. So she's at the mall. I'm over here jimmying her door open and like reaching in with a grabber to grab keys out, and just people walk by. I could be stealing her car as far as they fucking know. Nobody gives a shit.
Unreal what's happened here in our country, man, and how things have gotten bad. I mean,
I
went from Connecticut to Washington.
They've always been bad. Like we're actually safest now than we've ever been in like the history of humanity, right? Because there's so many checks and balances. There's so much cameras. Like in 1950s and 60s, these motherfuckers just walked up and keyed your car and busted your windshield and just walked away, and nobody ever gave a shit about it.
That is true to some extent, but at the same time, I feel like because of internet culture, now everyone just thinks that everything is okay to do. Like back then, it was like you knew you were doing something awful to fuck with someone, and you were intentionally making that step, and it was like a big thing. Oh shit, I'm going to be a deviant. I'm a badass now because I'm going to key this guy's car. Today, it's like, hey, let's just fuck with someone. It's fine. Who cares? Steal this, fuck this person's car up, pop their fucking tires, harass them online, send them feces in a bag. Who cares, right? It's all good. Everyone just does it. I feel like society has gotten a lot worse in the last.
Maybe
like,
it's because I think it's from your
years.
perspective, because me and you are different. Because we pretty much pioneered like the online trolling. Like we were the first people in line to get fucked with online. But now it's kind of like trended upwards. Like more people I've noticed like more and more content creators get fucked with. It's like veining
Wings,
out.
When did you actually start on YouTube? I don't even know the answer to that question. When did you begin making content?
Very first video was January 28th, 2008.
So you beat me. You actually did.
Yeah.
Because I think mine was like the middle of 2008.
Yeah.
I was at a Street Fighter tournament just covering it. Like I wasn't making a video playthrough or anything. I was just like filming the cabinets and shit. So dude, we're in this together like exactly the same amount of time. Like been doing it we're on year 18 now.
Dog, you know where I first met you at? I met you through a conversation with Hutch as your daddy. Remember Hutch?
Of course. Yeah.
We were in a Skype call. We were in a Skype call, and this is right when Machinima kicked off. So this is like 2009, 2010. It's 2009, 100% it's 2009. And he comes in complaining about you. Like he is so frustrated with you because he was apparently your caseworker. He had just got his job at Machinima. They had hired him. He was your caseworker, and you didn't want to put on the watermarks on your videos because you did so many videos.
Yes. Yeah.
You remember this conversation? I've always wondered like what your side of the story of this was.
100%, because my content was so different from what Machinima was doing. Machinima was trying to get someone who was like a specialist or a guru or a really good player at a particular kind of game to pump out this like edited content. Here's my quick scoping montage. Here's, and then if you're doing that, of course, it's one video you're putting out, you put the watermark on it. Not a big deal. I wasn't doing that. I was doing raw playthroughs. So any given day, and by the way, back then YouTube could only do 10-minute videos. Remember? So
actually,
here
like
I
that
am.
back in the day.
Well, yeah, you could pump out a shit ton of content and get a whole bunch of ads and shit on it. It was great. But so here I am. I'm doing a playthrough. I get the new game in the morning. I pop it into my Xbox 360. I start recording. Within 4 hours, dude, I've got like 24 fucking videos. Now, we're not talking 2025 technology. We're talking 2010, 2011.
Oh, you were on the camera
PCs.
back then, weren't you?
I was. Now, imagine taking that camera footage and running each fucking video through a video editor just to add a fucking watermark. That would have taken days. Like, no exaggeration. Each video takes an hour or two, even if it's 10 minutes. Back then, it takes that long. So you're talking, you want me to upload my videos 3 days late because you want your fucking watermark on it? Like, are you insane? So I told them no. I said, listen, if I do edited video, if I'm doing a vlog, if I'm doing, I'll play the intro or whatever. There is zero chance I'm putting this watermark on this raw gameplay. It would hinder me so much. I wouldn't be able to pump it out. And the thing was, at first they were pissed, but after they saw the amount I was putting out and the amount of views and money I was making, all of a sudden they clammed right up and didn't give a shit. When they realized that the cut that they were getting back then, and they were making a lot of money.
Machinima fucking hated me. Absolutely hated me. Because like they lost money on everything I ever done. Everything I ever done, they lost money on. I think the vast majority of people lost money. Because like back then, like Google had like invested in Machinima. So they gave them like $28 million or some shit. And then they gave it to people with not business tags, but gamer tags, right? Like these weren't businessmen. These were like people that played games casually, that ran the Machinima channel. And they're like, oh, where's $28 million? What do we do? Well, let's get some contracts. Let's lock it up so nobody else can do it. So they gave everybody these ludicrous contracts. I remember Kyle had a contract where he got like $3 for every 1,000 views that he put on his channel. And it's
significantly more than I was making too.
Yeah. So. Like I looked at him like, fuck, Kyle, shit, you balling, Playboy? Because I think I got $2. I think that's what I got.
Yeah, that was like the standard was the 2, and then the big guys got the 3.
Yeah,
that's
right. And like it was obscene money. And then they initially they only did it on ads that were on the computer. But then everybody complained, and then they put it on phone ads too. Because like everybody wanted to watch on their phone. 70% of my viewership is phone, 30% is people on the computer. I'm like, I'm only getting paid for 30% of my fan base here. But when then they did the whole thing, that's what tanked Machinima. As soon as it said, okay, we'll pay you for the phone ads too. This is before the phone ads got to where they could monetize them.
Right.
That's where they started bleeding money. And it's like, oh, the paychecks were so nice.
They were, there was, I couldn't believe it. I mean, the paychecks were so good. There was 1 month that they paid me. They had to send me 3 separate payments because they had maxed out the amount you could send on PayPal in 1 month. So they had to send me 3 transactions. They couldn't just do one. I was like, holy shit. It's crazy. All I'm doing is fucking around. I'm just playing a game and dicking around and making jokes as I play a fucking game, and I'm making this much money. I'm making, no exaggeration, I made 3 to 4 times as much as what I was making at my office job before that. Just fucking around with video games. Like, this is insane. And I knew it wasn't sustainable. I knew there was no way that was going to last forever. The bubble was going to fucking burst somewhere, and things had to give, because those were like nutty days of fucking, profits out the ass just for fucking around.
What was your first check?
My first check from Machinima or my first check from YouTube?
No, Machinima. Mine was $22,000.
It wasn't that much, because I had a slow start. Because, so what happened with me was I had my gaming channel.
I'm not talking about like when you just had to put videos on Machinima. I'm talking about your personal channel, the first month of your personal channel.
Fuck, I don't remember. Let me put it in perspective. Right before I signed with Machinima, okay, I had a personal channel that wasn't with Machinima. It was vlogging, and all my fans went and watched the videos. The 1 month I made 13,000. The second month I made 18,000, and then YouTube kicked me out of AdSense saying that there was fraud because I was making too much money, and that was just that. And then I went to Machinima, and so probably I was making a little less. I have had months bigger than 22,000 now, a couple.
Yeah.
Not too many, but I had
Yeah,
a
like
couple that
I
were bigger than
remember,
that back then.
dog. I went from like I had money going into YouTube. I wouldn't say had money. I'm not like fucking Warren Buffett over here, but like I did well for myself because I was a melter and I was going to school for metallurgy and things like that. And I worked at a factory. I was a melt deck operator. Ran the crane, drove forklifts, that kind. So I made good money for work for my area. But I was a fat guy, and then the 2008 housing crash happened. That's what got me into YouTube, the 2008 housing crash. Like the banks just said, fuck you. The economy went, whew. I got laid off. I got laid the fuck off. So like I'm over here, I got a year of unemployment coming to me. I'm going to take this fucking year off. I'm going to play some fucking video games. So like, so I started playing video games, and then we started like, I'm like, well, I want to record these video games. So like I went and got a Dazzle. Remember the Dazzles? Fucking
Yeah, I remember that I had one.
The SD Dazzle capture cards.
Yep.
I got that bitch home. I hooked it up. I'm like, I cannot play like this. Because I had an HD TV back then. I had a 1080p Samsung HD TV. And I'm like, I had to play in 480p to record on the Dazzle. And I couldn't see shit. It was so blurry. So I went on eBay and I ordered the Hyapog HD PVR. That was back in the day. Because dude, I had money. I worked 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. Like I accidentally saved 50 grand one time in my life. Like I accidentally did it. I didn't get time off work. I didn't have time to spend money. All I could do was like go to work, come home, eat some Burger King, go to fucking sleep, go back to work. That was my life. I didn't have time to spend money. I didn't have time to do money. All I could do was make it. So like it was like $800 the HD PVR was brand new. So I was like, well, fuck it. Bam.
Damn, that shit was expensive back then.
It was new technology. It was brand new technology, and it got around like the PlayStation, like HD copyright protection. That was one of its big selling points because it used components, and they only had it on the HDMI plug. And that was what made me successful. I was one of the very first channels to have HD content without filming it, like with a camera or something like that, because it was rare to have like the computer and the HD capture card at the same time.
Right. My claim to fame was I was the guy who bought all the big AAA releases on release day, literally played the living shit out of them, and within 2-3 days, I had the full playthrough on YouTube. I was the guy to go to see the new release right away because my work ethic was like bust my ass to finish this game as quick as I could. Now the video quality sucked, you know.
But it's also like your downfall too, though, right?
Well, yes and no, because after a while, you realize your competitive edge goes away when the industry changes. And that's what happened is no one cared about that anymore because people were already getting the games 2 weeks early. These fucking people had contracts with the publisher to get a game and put out a playthrough or a stream so early that me getting the game on release day, I was already late to the game. I couldn't get it. You know, I wasn't getting it early like they were. And, you know, my advantage was, I'm using a camera to film so I could get the footage out quicker than everyone else.
We did it illegally.
What's that?
Like the COD community, we would go get the game illegally because they would sell them in pallets, and you could get games off the pallet, and you find a less than outstanding citizen of the United States, and be like, hey, I'll give you $400 for that game right now. Just make it disappear. Right. And that's how we got our games early.
There you go. And that's what happened. The game became more about being the first, and I couldn't do it anymore because I wasn't getting the games early. I wasn't paying for them early. I wasn't in with the crowd who was getting everything, you know, oh, you're the God's gift to fucking content creation. You kiss all the butts, so therefore you get all the games early. That was never like that. I was always this independent, very outspoken dude. And so that competitive advantage went away. And then as the advantage is going away, everyone's also going to direct capture, and I'm using a camera to pump out my videos, and they look like shit. So I'm like way behind the curve, and that's why I had to play like catch up.
Why were you such a late adopter of the capture card? I mean, you said you were making $20,000, $30,000. Like you had the money to get the computer, the capture card. Why not adopt over early and wait so late?
For me, like here's the problem with me, and I can look at it now. You know, they say hindsight's 20/20. You can look back 10 years and 15 years, say, what the fuck was I thinking, right? But back then, I was the guy who was getting the views, getting all the talk and the buzz about his playthroughs and things on YouTube. And when people would say to me, well, why don't you change? I'm like, well, why would I change? My viewers tell me that with my style, that me getting that camera and hooking it up and just making these videos quick, it feels like I'm sitting next to them on the couch, like we're playing the game together, like it's a social thing. I'm just sitting there with you. You know, this was before I live streamed or whatever. There was no interaction. But because of the style of filming I use, people actually felt like, hey, it's like my brother or my friend, and we're sitting there and we're playing the game together, doing commentary together on it. I thought that was an advantage. And a lot of people, my oldest fans told me that was an advantage. To this day, I have fans who've been with me since the beginning. They say the camera years were the golden years of DSP, where, you know, that was really it, the big days of when, you know, you had your best content. But I just listened to the wrong people, I think. And I basically was full of myself. And I thought my shit didn't stink, and I don't care that everyone else is adopting and getting better. I could still do it my way. That's what differentiates me and sets me apart from the group. And to be honest, it wasn't until I'd say around 2012 that the direct capture stuff got really good to the point where it looked way better than mine. Like mine's stuff looked okay for what it was. And I did improve my cameras. I did buy more cameras that went higher grade HD and better lighting. I had one with a big ass lens. So now it looked almost like it was direct capture. But it wasn't until like maybe 2012. Oh, now that's way better than what I'm doing. And now I'm just coping. Now I'm just making excuses.
Yeah, but I would get annoyed with just like having to do the light. Because like sometimes like you try to capture something, you got to get the aspect ratio the same as the game. And the lighting on the TV has to be just right. Because like that's what you did well. Like you really captured the TV better than everybody else captured the TV. Because
I was literally, I would have the camera right here in front of me. And so there's three different things you got to do. You got to change the brightness. You got to change the ISO rating or whatever it's called, because that's the amount of light or whatever that's coming into the fucking lens. There's like three things you have to adjust, and I'm doing it on the fucking fly while I'm playing and commentating at the same time in every single video from back then. So it was a tremendous amount of work. I wasn't just sitting here playing the game. I was actually doing all this camera work too, and no one ever saw that because no one's sitting next to me when I'm fucking filming.
But you said you busted your butt to get through the game as quickly as humanly possible as a way to get the game out as fast as possible. But you still do that, and it's probably how I found you again, because you had this is how you don't play series. And I know you fucking hate these things.
I don't hate this is how you don't play anymore. That's for sure. Like I did at first.
Yeah.
I don't care about it anymore. I honestly, I wish more people would make this is how you don't play, and less people would just make shit up about my personal life and shit. You know what I mean? Like say my gameplay sucks and laugh at how bad my gameplay is. I'm cool with that. As long as you're not saying horrible things about my family and fucking, you know.
No, yeah, that's because the bar's been raised. It was slowly raising the bar. I remember but man, Outsider. That's how I found you again. And like you did a playthrough of Dark Souls 2. And I always credit that playthrough of Dark Souls 2 as what got me into Dark Souls, period.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because like you had Dick Lightning. You basically had this character where you use like the lightning throwing weapon the entire way through. And they made a video of it, but they made a video of it and they showed you succeed, right? And like I was in this is 2014, 2015, just got kicked off of Painkiller already. My life's in the pits. I'm living off savings at this point. I just got kicked off Machinima. Got kicked off of PKA a year later. I have virtually no income, right? Virtually no income. I made $9,000 that year for the entire year from just like residuals off of YouTube or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And I was just depressed. I was straight depressed. Like people always make fun of me because I said Fallout 4 saved my life, because Fallout 4 came out in 2016. And like, I was in such a bad mental state, and Dark Souls is another game that helped me get through that. And I wouldn't have found it without you making that playthrough of Dark Souls. You making that playthrough and then people making fun of you making that playthrough.
Making fun of it. Exactly.
Because like I watched Outsider's playthrough and it showed you lose over and over and over again. But what he did different than all the other Decide don't plays, and what I found like really like, okay, this is great. He showed you succeed. Right? You lost to the Ruined Sentinels like 46 times, but he showed you beat the Ruined Sentinels too. And I'm like, fuck, man, I want that in my life. I want that level of like, I need to win, right? I want something where I can overcome and win. As a fat motherfucker, you can't overcome and win at a lot of things physically in life. So like I went out and bought Dark Souls 2, and now I have 5,000 hours into the series, and people don't even watch me play them anymore because I'm so good at them. But Dark Souls is my depression game. When I'm starting into my Dark Souls age, that's when I'm like not mentally there. And my stream is Depression Souls, but like it's the game I can play because it keeps your brain active just enough so you don't think about anything else in life. Right.
Yeah. And how much you want to bet when you're playing those games, those are the streams where you can talk with your chat, you
1000%.
have meaningful conversation. You know what I mean? Those are your chill streams. I call them chill streams. That's my Pokemon right now, where I'm just chilling with my audience.
But
we're having it out about other things. You
stated
don't have to worry about any stressful shit. You know what I mean? And we're just having a good time together.
you stated
That's what
something
it's
earlier about the chill streams versus Battlefield, and I agree with you. But I find with my personal channel, when I don't play first person shooters, I get less viewers.
Mm.
Like people come to me, but not because they want to interact with me, because they want to see me upset. They don't care if I do well. They don't care if I interact with them. They want to see me rage and have a hissy fit moment.
Now we're going to get to the meat of it, because this is something I wanted to talk with you about. It's something that I have come to a realization about recently. I think I might be able to help you maybe a little bit. You don't have to take any advice that I give. You don't, I don't know any better than you. It's something that has happened to me. It's like a light bulb went off above my fucking head. Okay. So here's the thing. I agree with you. For example, if I play a new FromSoft game or another ultra challenging game, to see me rage because I failed a million times, people love that shit, right? You're always going to get the views on that. People are going to rush to the stream. They're going to clip it. They're going to talk about it. Ha ha ha. Fighting games are my FPS for you. Like for you, it's FPS, Call of Duty or whatever. For me, it's fighting games. I play the new Street Fighter and I fucking hate the game and I'm so pissed that it sucks and I'm fucking raging at that shit, and that will bring in attention. But herein lies the problem with that. That attention is not attention that will pay you money.
Right.
Now, I want you to follow this reasoning, because, people today with content creation, they think any attention is good attention. And they think, hey, popularity at any cost, right? But here's what I found. You have to find what works for the people who are actually going to care about you, who are actually going to show up to your streams and support your streams and want you to succeed. And it may be way less. For example, when I'm playing Pokemon, I'm not pulling in 300, 400, 500 viewers. I'm probably pulling in 200.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who watch Pokemon love it. They're there. They're engaging. They're a positive crowd. They're paying me money to name a Pokemon in my playthrough because they like it so much. They just want to chill with me. Oh, I can name your Pokemon. We could use them in the game today. That's awesome. It doesn't matter to me that I only have 200 viewers, because now it's about that level of having the viewer that actually cares about you and your content, not about getting that personal satisfaction out of seeing you suffer.
You ever feel like a
I
failure?
was bad at that. Do I ever feel like a failure?
Yeah, because when my viewers are down like that, I'm like, my shit's not growing. I've been doing this shit 19 years. Like, because I'm always afraid of like, one day I'm going to wake up and people just don't show up when I click start streaming. Like
your level of success, Jordy, I believe you tie it to views. I truly believe this. Like, you think if more people are watching you, that's a good thing. I disagree. I actually think it's about engagement and positivity and having a community that cares about the content you're putting out enough that they will support it, not that they will just watch it to laugh at you. And so for example, with Battlefield, that just went down, okay? And also, I just played a game, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. It was a racing game with all the Sonic characters in it. I'm playing these games. First stream does well because it's the premiere stream. It'll always do well. I'll get good views. I'll make good money on the premiere stream. Second stream, both of these games, I'm playing and raging at them. I'm sucking at Sonic. I don't know how to play this game. I'm failing every race. I'm last place. I suck. Battlefield, I'm getting killed nonstop, pounded, fucked up, right? Everyone's laughing. Views, okay. But what happens is after a bit, I realize something. I'm not making any money on this. I'm not. Why? Because the people who do that, what are they doing? They're now going to the clip channel. They're now going to the illegal restreamer that's restreaming this right now. Like right now, I probably have 800 viewers. My restreamers probably have 10,000 viewers between them all. Okay? They're the ones who benefit from me getting angry, from me raging at the game and sucking at the game. Where I really benefit is when I find those games where I either do well and therefore my audience enjoys seeing me do well, or where it's a chill experience, like the Pokemon, like I just said. Then the audience comes by and feels like they're an organic part of that experience. They are, we can interact with you. We can have a conversation. Hey, I'll support you now. There is a few bucks because we just had a lot of fun together. That's what's working for me today. And I've just in the last year and a half, I came to this realization. I have actually, I'm not kidding, increased my income probably by about a third by doing this, by cutting the bullshit out. I played Battlefield 3 streams. On stream 3, everyone in stream was trolling. No one was contributing. Fuck Battlefield. The fuck do I need this game for? I don't need this shit. I can play 10 other fucking games that will work or not work, but I know Battlefield don't fucking work. Why am I going to torture myself with this shit? Now, there are some exceptions. For example, any FromSoft game or any ultra difficult Souls game, right? Those, I feel like your rage is a natural part of the organic experience of playing that game. You're going to fail a million times. That's okay.
People want to see
because
you
you're going to
fail.
They want to see you fail. It's entertaining to see you fail. And then when you finally overcome, wow, now everyone wins, right? There's exceptions. It's not always, oh, rage is bad. But for the most part, I don't need it. For example, I played Street Fighter 6 for 2 years. The game came out the first year. I liked the game a ton, played the shit out of it. Had like 7, 8 characters at like master rank.
I used to be a fighter guy too. Like nobody likes the fighting games that they play, because when you play them at a high level, you start to see the flaws of the system itself. Oh, this character has like a 1-frame startup. This character it's all about spacing and abusing frames and like playing the psychic. You're a fighter guy. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
the problem is with modern
every
fighters.
Game you're good at.
With modern fighters, they dumb it down, and now it's so boring to play. They used to be a lot more fun because it was more about just reacting into the moment. Now it's like memorize a pattern and just do the pattern 17 times in a round. Oh, I win. Boring. I fucking go to sleep playing that shit. But the first year of Street Fighter 6, I'm doing good. The second year of Street Fighter 6, I'm raging because I don't like it anymore. I've actually played out now, right? It's tired. My honeymoon period with Street Fighter 6 is gone, and I just don't like it anymore. And people are still begging me to play it. I'm like, why the fuck would I play Street Fighter 6? It's just going to piss me off. You're going to watch and laugh at my rage, but no one's going to care. My actual like viewers who care about me don't want to see me suffer. And those are the people who support my content. Those are the people that throw me the sub, throw me the membership, throw me the super chat, send me a tip, donate a game. You know, those are the people. So why do I give a shit about what my restreamers, my clippers, and what they want? I'm done feeding the trolls. And I think that's something that's tough for you because you still see yourself as it's all about views. It's all about getting that attention at any cost. But who cares what attention you're getting if it doesn't benefit you?
Because
you know what I'm saying?
I felt like I was on the cusp of breaking out multiple times and my trolls stopped it. Like Battlefield 1 came out and I was not the biggest person on Twitch at the time of Battlefield 1, but I was number 1 to 3. I had 1,500 viewers every stream. People would come in that I'd never seen before. And that's when you know when new people come in that don't know anything about you. That's it's like, okay. And then that got shut down because they started doing the conga line shit. I don't know if you ever heard of the conga line. It's where people will join session and throw smoke grenades at your feet. And it's like, they'll follow you around. They'll ruin every game you get into.
Oh, they fuck with you. Yeah.
So like, you can't win because there's 10 people on your team following you around throwing smoke grenades at you. So like, it's pointless to play at this point. There's no reason to play it. I might just sit here and talk to you because like you can't physically play the game. And then the Rainbow stuff happened. And Rainbow, like I was very successful Rainbow on Twitch and I had 1,200 viewers. I'd start the stream up. I'd instantly have 800 viewers. And I was about to get, they had these little charms that you would get in game that you could put on your gun. I was about to get that. So like, that's $20,000-$30,000, right? Because if you used your Amazon Prime on my Twitch account, you got it in game, right? So if you were subscribed to my Twitch channel, you get this charm in game. So like that's like a $20,000 or $30,000 paycheck for me, right? Trolls got wind of this, so they went back and they like I said a bunch of stupid shit on PK. Back in the day, you were young, you didn't really know shit. Like it was like let's fucking internet, let's fuck around, let's just talk about like we're talking like we're boys and shit like that. So a lot of dumb shit. So they clip it and they take it. And they send it to all my ad guys. So like if I ever want ad revenue, it all goes away. And they did this to Rainbow. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm out of the charm program. Out of the charm program. It's like, okay. Then I got kicked off Twitch shortly after that. And now I'm over here on YouTube and my 1,200 viewers all of a sudden became 400. And it's like, okay, now every donation I get, I don't get the full amount. I get 70% of the full amount. You know, it's like, okay.
The way I see it, I know what you're saying. You think that you were close to breaking out and the trolls ruined it and everything.
Yeah.
And I've gone through very similar experiences. My viewers know about it. I don't need to go through all that shit again. But the way I see it, and this is my perspective in the modern day, is we're older now. You're about to be 40 soon. I'm 43. Okay. Our audiences, again, like I said earlier, they're not tuning into our content to see us be the big breakout guy, the guy that's going to be doing the crazy strategy in the new game that, wow, I can't believe that they figured that out and now we can tune in. We're not going to go viral for positive gameplay reasons. You know what I'm saying? People are staring at us to see the stupid thing that we do. That's what goes viral. It's not the popular thing or the good positive thing that's ever going to get that attention. I feel like where we are is we have to get to a space where we can find out what's healthy for us, what's healthy for the viewers that support us. Because, Jordy, you have viewers who support you. You do. They come by and they're very positive people. They like you and they don't buy into the bullshit of what your detractors say every day about you. Oh, he beats his wife and all this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Those are the people you need to focus on. That's who you have to have a community based around. Don't worry about, oh, I'm going to perform on a stream so I can beat 200 viewers playing Battlefield. Who gives a shit? Did someone actually come and enjoy your stream and support it today? And if it was 10 people or 100 people or 1,000 people, who cares? As long as you got support, that's all that matters. That's my philosophy.
My fear with,
I don't give a shit about that shit.
My fear with that is like if you constantly do those 150 viewer streams, those 150 viewer streams eventually turn into 100 viewer streams because eventually people get tired of you. Become friends season 7. So if you're never growing and you don't have any kind of growth patterns, eventually, no matter how much somebody likes you, you can't watch the same TV show forever. Like Breaking Bad didn't have season 200. They had like season 8 and people were like, all right, we're done now. Right. Whereas YouTube, me and you, we don't have the choice. We have to be season 200. But like we have to constantly capture a new audience. And that's my fear. Like eventually the people that are there will get bored of me. You
have a point. Yeah. You do have a point. I think the unique perspective here that I come from that sadly you don't really have, I was always a variety creator. Like from day one, I play every fucking kind of game under the sun and I play a shitload, right? Like I play the fighting games, the fucking shooters, the RPGs, the puzzle games, everything. So if this isn't working, go to the next one. If this doesn't work, go to the next one. And I have a variety of people who watch me for various different genres. I'll have people who I haven't seen in 6 months and they come back when I play the next RPG and they actually support it, which is crazy to think, right? In your case, your forte, as you've admitted, is Call of Duty. That's what I'll come out to watch you play is the Call of Duty. Now, there are other things that you like. So you like Dark Souls. We know that. That's like you said, your depression game. That would be your chill stream game, right? What else do you like to do? Like, what else do you enjoy?
Isometric strategy games, Baldur's Gate, Divinity. I play a lot.
Oh, did you play Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh yeah. It didn't do well on my streams because people didn't actually like that content from me. People really show up for me because they want to see me play first-person shooters because I'm good at them. I'm really good at them. Like people were saying, like in the Lummis videos, you're like, Phil said he'd beat you 1v1. I was like, I would maul Phil. I would and absolutely maul you. It's
crazy that anyone would even think otherwise. It's the same thing. Like, would Jordy beat me in a fighting game? Of course he wouldn't. Maybe. Well, who cares? We're masters at our.
I can't beat you in Street Fighter. I can't beat you in Street Fighter.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Street Fighter.
I get mauled, but maybe Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, you would beat me in Mortal Kombat 1. I suck at that game. I don't play that shit.
I've only played it 12 hours.
I never liked it.
I only played it 12 hours. But like
you would probably still beat me because I hated it. I couldn't fucking stand
it. But I was number 1 in the world on PS2 for Mortal Kombat Deception.
Oh, so you were in that era of fighting games. All right, that makes sense.
Like Mortal Kombat Deception PS2, I got ranked number 1 on the PlayStation 2 side of it.
I was the Capcom head, so I was always the Street Fighter games, the Versus series, that stuff. I never really got into Mortal Kombat.
I never do fighting games because fighting games get into my fucking blood. Like you think I rage on Call of Duty? I hate them because when you lose at a fighting game, you lose to somebody that is doing the most bitch shit humanly possible. Like if he was sitting next to me as a kid on the bed, I'd slap the fucking controller out of his hand. That'd be a fight. That'd be a headlock coming for real. Like you never lost to somebody that just wants to like throw. I hate turtlers. Which is funny because low tier God's a turtler now. Like he likes to like turtle with right.
Oh, he runs away and just throws projectiles constantly.
Yeah, and just plays the anti-air game. Yeah. And it's like I fucking hate playing turtlers. Oh,
dude, you would absolutely hate Street Fighter 6 because the vast majority of people who play it, they don't even have like a conscious understanding of how fighting games work. They just went online, they went on YouTube, they watched their favorite top player, they memorized their pattern, and they just regurgitate the pattern over and over. And the problem is, it works like a
Yeah,
lot,
dude,
like
what
online,
I hate
especially
about
because the connections and shit.
you know what I hated
There's
about
nothing you
Mortal
can do
Kombat
about
1?
it.
I hated that there's combos so big that if you mess up once, you're losing 70% of your health.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like
Yep.
all right, I made 2 mistakes, I lose.
Oh, and that has been my gripe about modern fighting games ever since Marvel versus Capcom 3. So that was 2011, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Marvel versus Capcom 3 came out, every modern fighting game is now based on getting that one hit that leads to an insanely huge combo and you lose all your health. Now, the thing is, it's flashy. So the audience loves it, right? It's entertaining seeing someone get a 70% combo. Oh, the crowd goes crazy. Competitively, that's ass. That's stupid as shit. I was kicking your fucking ass. Oh, I sneezed. Oh, I lose now? What the fuck is this? And that's not how fighting games used to be. Fighting games used to be you actually had to earn the win through actual skill and reactions. And there's none of that. It's taken most of that away out of
They
modern
took almost
fighting
all of
games.
it away. But like, you know what my favorite fighting game moment of all time is? There
What's
was
that?
a Tekken tournament where this guy, he used a character named Panda. And Panda was like a mid-tier fighter. And he won the Tekken tournament with Panda. Like,
for those who don't know, Panda is an actual panda bear. It's a giant panda bear that you fight with. It's doing kung fu moves. It's hilarious.
Yeah. But Panda is not a high tier character because, like, when you play fighter games, there's fighters that are very top of the tier. Like, they have really good startup moves. They have very safe moves to do, big combos. And then there's characters that, like, well, they're in the game. Enjoy them. It's like you can never seriously compete with some characters. And Panda was in the middle. He just hangs out in the middle. He's not really good enough to be in a fighting tournament, but somebody picked him and won the tournament with him. And it's like, that's one of the best videos on the fucking internet. I think between that and Low Tier God versus, God, what's the fuck his name? The guy that looks like a vampire.
Vizon. Jay Snyder. Vizon.
Yeah, Vizon. Like, those are the 2 best fighting game videos on the internet. Whatever happened to him?
Right. Who? Vizon?
Vizon, yeah.
He's still around. He every once in a while. He's mostly a Marvel player. So whenever there's a new Marvel or Versus game, he'll probably be prominent again because now we've got the new Marvel Versus game. It's called like Tokon coming out next year, and there's other ones. So he'll probably come back again. He comes back every once in a while to kick everyone's ass in the Versus stuff. He's always been great at that stuff. So, but all right. So here's the thing. We told everyone you would be here till roughly 2 p.m. Okay. We got about 20, 30 minutes left. Since we're coming to the end of our time here, this appearance, and thank you, you've been great. I think this has been a great appearance. You know, I glanced at the chat. Most people who are positive are really liking this. For the record, a lot of people are trolls. I don't give a shit. I've been ignoring them the entire time. But before we even think about adjourning, so let me ask you: it's been a long time coming. I know for a fact that you've talked about me over the years. You've probably know of me and my content. You've watched some of it. Do you have anything you've ever wanted to ask me, honestly, up front? It could be anything. I don't care if it's a troll thing. I don't give a fuck. Do you have anything you ever wanted to ask me? I will answer it for you right now.
Why don't you play WWE Champions?
I did. I played it last year. I made a whole bunch of videos on it, and I spent money on it too.
Yeah, well, I was saying, because like if you put your name into like Google, you know how like Google has like this AI thing? Like, that's the first thing that pops up about you is like the WWE Champions thing.
I know, it's stupid, isn't it?
But it's like, is it real? Did you really spend like a sports car worth of money on this game?
Well, the game, let's give you a full background. The game came out in 2017. Okay. It's been out since then. So it's like over 8.5 years the game's been out. Since the game came out, yeah, I've spent a lot of money on it for sure.
Because like I've seen numbers, and like I'm like, these numbers can't be real. Because like people were like basing it off like your bank account leaks and everything else. And it's like Phil has spent like $100,000 off this game in the last 10 years.
The truth is, I have absolutely no clue how much I've spent. I don't. I really don't. I never tallied it all up or whatever. But the numbers that these people use are always erroneous because here's why. The way mobile games work, there's 2 ways to buy in a mobile game. You can either buy directly through the mobile game, and that's expensive as fuck, or they all have ways to bypass the game and buy outside because they get the money directly, and then the Apple store or a fucking Google store don't get a cut. Okay.
So
people who actually play these games for real don't ever spend money in the game.
So
you'd be an idiot.
So you perfected the art of getting to the slot machine. Like, instead of paying the slot machine's fee, you're like, I'm gonna pay the slot machine repair guy's fee.
Yeah, why on earth would you buy full price ever? You don't. And depending on where you buy, you can get
So
credits that now you get free shit and stuff. You know what I'm
so
saying? So they base all their calculations on if I was a complete fucking idiot and I opened my wallet and tossed money at the game, I spent 100 grand. No, I didn't spend 100 grand. That's a moron that does that. You use the ways that they provide
I
to
mean,
save the money, to get the discounts, to have the character. By the way, so for example, there's an event going on, right? If you have the character from last month that was the new character in the game, you already beat the event. You didn't have to spend any money.
yeah,
because that's how it's
but
built.
you're saying it's the
You
more
know
I
what I'm
spend 100
saying?
grand, but like people are going to take that. Like even if you got 50% off, that's still
Mhm.
$50,000 of 100 grand. That's a
Yeah,
Chevrolet Tahoe. Like
you're right.
it
I mean, you're absolutely right. And I think what it is everyone has something that they like to spend money on,
no, here's the
right?
hard question,
Everyone.
Phil. Here's the hard question. What was
Mhm.
going on in your life at the time that made you go to WB Champions to get to that point where it's like you had to do this? Like what was the appeal of it? Like did you like being high on the leaderboard? Did you like just being good at the game? Was it something you did while you were like inebriated? Like what headspace are you in when you're buying like $200 worth of this stuff?
It depends. Like, for example, at first, whenever you start playing something new and there's the feeling, the endorphin rush that, oh, if I just buy something immediately, I get a bunch of the top tier shit, and now it's like a shortcut into winning. It's not like us playing console games where
Mm-hmm.
you want to earn it. In these games, it's literally spend to win. Everyone knows
So,
that about mobile games. It's spend to win. So you spend, you immediately get to win. You immediately get that, oh, I level up the good new character. I'm kicking ass. I'm beating all the game modes and stuff like that. Um, for me, mobile games have literally never been more than just a way to have something passively relaxing to do in the background. I never sit here and I'm like, I'm going to play WWE Champions for 4 hours straight right now. It's never happened. I'll do that, but something else is going on.
I don't
Or, you know what I mean?
I don't knock people for spending money in games because like people spend money to entertain themselves all the time. Like that's not a knock I have. I'm just curious about the mindset that people have to be in there because people go to the bar and drink fucking $200 away. I don't give a fuck if you do that or you want to buy the new skin on Rainbow, whatever it is, whatever makes you happy in life. We're here for a short time, not a long time. You know, like nothing we do actually ever fucking matters. In a long enough timeline, Hitler disappears, right? I'm just saying.
Eventually.
Eventually, it's like I bet there's like if I asked you right now, like Chinese dictator names from like the 16th century,
Right.
most people don't know who they
Going
are.
in.
A bit,
Right.
long enough time, like everything goes away. But I just find it funny is like you said you play him passively and you do all this
Mhm.
stuff and you ever I always feel like failure is a recipe for success. And I looked at your record and it's something like 2,000 some wins and like 17 losses or something like that. Some very obscure number. I don't know the exact numbers, but like it's very lopsided. You have like a 95% win rate or something like that.
Oh, in the game?
Yeah.
Like the game's matches and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know why? Because in the game you just cheat.
Yeah, but did you get caught up
All
in
you
like
gotta do,
did you get caught up in
let's say
camaraderie and stuff like that? Because you're in clans.
yeah. So if you're playing the game and you're about to lose a match, you close the app and it doesn't count.
Oh, so you're a plug puller. Oh, I hated you in
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
yeah. It's been like that since day one. Like in that game, all mobile games are like that too. Like if you're about to get fucked, you just, whoop. Oh, fuck you. It does. Yeah. But in that game, wins and losses don't matter. Like no one ranks
No,
against it or
what you
anything.
just
It's not
said is
competitive,
Locher
yeah.
God's entire career.
That's right. But the difference is I do it as a casual thing for fun on the side. I'm not like, putting videos out of that shit and and promoting, oh, that's how you should do. I never do that shit when I play a fighting game or, I play it out in that case. I think that's the right thing to do. I'm not going to ruin someone's record or fuck them out of points or whatever, because I pulled the plug there. Mobile game, who gives a fuck? Right?
I mean,
But yeah, no, here's the thing. I will say this. Back in the day, I spent a lot more. Admittedly, I spent way too much. I've already talked about this till I was blue in the face.
I know. But you asked me if asked
I spent
anything.
too much.
That's what I was curious
Oh yeah,
about.
it's fine. I take no offense whatsoever at this. I spent too much money. I was out of control. I went through a bankruptcy, right? I went through all this stuff. I am much better today. Do I still spend
before we
money
skim
on
over it,
mobile games today? Oh, go ahead.
was being a part of the clan part of it? Like you wanted to keep up with the boys and be the and be the powerful unit. Like, cause I figured that was part of it because you were in a clan in the game. I'm like,
Yeah.
these guys are counting on him to be this strong all the time. And did you like that aspect of it? Is that what helped you spend? Because like there was a period, this is going to be bad. It's going to sound bad, right? There was a period where you were having back taxes problems and you did this fundraising stream. And I want to say it was $10,000, right?
No, I never raised $10,000. Never.
That might have been the number you were aiming for, but whatever it is, but you got like $4,000 or $5,000 on this fundraising stream. And then that night you spent like $1,000 on WWE champions. And I'm like, what?
I have no idea if that's true or not. I doubt it. That's probably what they said.
What makes this person make this choice? And that's the curious thing about, I don't care about all the things like, all right, you get $5,000. I need to pay I'm using fake numbers here. Don't look at the numbers as like actual numbers. You get X amount of money here. You owe the IRS this amount of money. What makes you make the choice of taking this money and putting it in a third party, which is WWE champions? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, what makes that concept? It's like,
you're basically, what you're asking
like, why are you not paying the rent?
Exactly. Is it the level of addiction where even though I know that there is hardcore bad consequences that I can't stop, that I would still blow the money on it? At one point it was. I'll tell you that outright. Actually, with WWE Champions, it was bad. And there was another game too that I've talked about, WWE Supercard, that I played before WWE Champions. And that one was even worse, actually, where I was dumping money into it. Like you had to pay $700 to even like participate properly in an event. I'm not kidding. It was that bad. Like to get a stupid Hulk Hogan card, it was like, you had to keep dumping money to play in the event. It was insane. So you knew anyone who had the card was basically dumping insane amounts of money into this game. It was the only way to do it. In regards to the clan aspect, yes and no. Like if you're in a clan or if you're in a group or whatever it's called in one of these games, yeah, you're communicating about the game. You're talking. Your clan is pumping you up. Yeah, we got to get the new character. We got to play. We got to do this. At the same time, there's a lot of like, you feel like responsibility because now when you've spent so much, they expect you that you're going to be the one who's going to spend again, who's going to get that character and you're going to play that event and it's going to help out your clan or whatever it is for the next event. And if you don't, it's not like anyone could get angry at you for not doing it, but it just becomes a thing. It's just something you do, right? It's just what I'm doing. But like I said, that was many years ago. And I don't do that shit anymore. Like I've been done with that for many years of overspending like that and going crazy. I do still play mobile games. And by the way, it's not WWE champions all the time. There's a few other games I casually play from here to there. Do I spend money on them? Yes, I do. It's my money. I have a right to. But I'm not stupid. I'm not doing what I used to do where it's out of control and there's addiction involved. And that's why I warned my viewers about this. When I played the game last year on streams, I was like, guys, we're going to do this pull. Right? I'm going to show you the odds of actually getting something good in a mobile game. You're going to see firsthand. I'm going to spend the money to show you. Let this be a learning lesson for you that you don't fall into this level of addiction. You're doing this shit because this is going to fuck you up. You could end up in a horrible financial position because of dumb things you did.
Well, there's other
my
consequences too.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's ever affected in your interpersonal relationships?
In regards to what? Like with my wife?
Not with your wife, but more so like your ex. Like do you think like it affected like your,
oh no,
your relationship?
That had nothing to do with it at all.
Okay.
Zero impact on that. Yeah. In fact, it mostly got bad during the time when I was falling out with my ex. That's when it got really bad.
Okay. That makes sense.
I've said this to my audience too. Like there was a time period for about a year and a half where we were living together, but we weren't really together. You know what I'm saying? Like we were more like roommates than we were romantic. And there was so much bad going on there. And that was one of the things that got me kind of hooked into spending on WWE Supercard, which was the first one that I really started spending insane amounts of money on. Yeah.
But I got one more thing I want to do before I go.
Okay.
You're a big wrestling fan.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
No.
How long have you watched wrestling?
Actually, I started watching wrestling in the 80s. It was my godfather who got me into it because I went over his house for a party and he had SummerSlam. No,
Mhm.
Survivor Series on his TV, and I didn't know what it was. And immediately I latched on because they're like, they're like superheroes or cartoon characters
Yeah,
on there
yeah.
doing crazy shit, you know? So I've been watching since the 80s, but I didn't watch during the Attitude Era. Then I came back after the Attitude Era.
So
Then I
you skipped
stopped
the good
watching for a
part.
long time. I did. I skipped the Attitude Era and I quit doing Smart Guys, my wrestling commentary show in 2014. And then I watched wrestling for like another year or two and I stopped cold turkey. And I only just started watching again this year, only for 4 months. And then I stopped again. So,
Because
yeah.
I had a 10-question quiz I had for you for WWE, and I
Uh-huh.
want to see how well you did on it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna start with the easy questions, and they're gonna progressively get harder.
Okay.
Okay. How well you think you're gonna do?
I don't know because I don't know what time period these questions are
They're
from.
from the
So I have
80s
no
to
idea.
current day. 80s to current day.
I'll probably get half right.
All right. First question. The pedigree is the signature move of what wrestler?
Triple H.
Triple H. That's correct. That's a correct answer. Old Triple H. Do you have any opinion on Triple H? Do you think he was good for the
Uh,
company?
at this point, I have no idea. I know a lot of people don't like him anymore. They say that now that he's in a position of power, he's ruining everything. But I'm not really following in the last couple of years, just the 4 months I followed. So I don't know. Back in the day, everyone hated him because he controlled the company basically, married Stephanie, and then he was always on top. So people
I
didn't
thought it
like
was
him
always a
as much.
Keemstar move, the whole Stephanie McMahon test. Because like I was watching wrestling when Tess was like going to marry Stephanie McMahon, and all of a sudden Triple H married her behind the scenes. But realistically, Tess was never in the running. They were trying to push him up the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So here's the second question: Who was the first ever WWE Universal Champion?
Oh, Universal Champion. I don't know. It might have been. Was that Finn Balor?
No,
And then he lost the title right away? No, I don't remember that.
Chris
No.
Jericho.
Really?
Chris Jericho.
I didn't even know that. I had no
Okay.
idea.
All right. Who was the very first WWE champion? Period. Like federation and everything. Who was the very first one?
Oh, wait. So you're going all the way back to the very beginning of WWE?
Yeah,
I have,
WWF as well. Not the
I have no,
changeover.
yeah, you're talking old school. I have no idea. Zero.
Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Oh, yeah. No. Didn't know. That was before my time. That's for sure.
Okay, so we should go a little bit easier. Who was the first Black World Champion?
Booker T. No. I take that back. Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons is the answer. Correct. All right. Bruno Sammartino or Hulk Hogan? Who pulled more money throughout their career?
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a tough question because Bruno was the innovator at the beginning and Hogan was
Yeah.
there during the prime time. See, I would say Hogan, but I don't know if you're scaling for inflation. I
I'm
would
not
say
scaling
Hogan.
for inflation. I'm talking about dollars to thing.
I'm going to say Hogan.
Is Bruno Sammartino. Like he pulled more money than Hogan ever did. What nationality is former wrestler Fit Finley?
Irish?
Correct. He's Irish.
Yeah.
All right. Now that he's known as Triple H, what is the ring name of the wrestler signed in 1995? What was his original name?
Terrorizing.
Correct.
Yeah. Awful. Worst fucking name ever.
It's kind of like the
Terrible
Ringmaster.
fucking
Remember
name.
the Ringmaster with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yep. Awful. All those gimmicks back then were so terrible.
Dude,
Fucking Tatanka, the Native American, who wasn't actually Native American in any way, shape, or form. He was like a Latino guy. Fucking terrible. It's to dance around and pretend like he's a Native American, like so offensive. It's like, Jesus.
Dude, they always did offensive shit. Like the whole Iraq. Like Vince McMahon's a racist. He's a racist, sexist person.
He always 100% was doing it on purpose. He knew he was pushing the envelope. He knew people would talk about it. I mean, yeah, he was totally a troll in that regard.
All right. Who is the youngest WWE champion of all time?
Oh, fuck. At one point, it was Randy Orton, but someone might have been younger after him, and I don't know. But it was Randy Orton at one point.
Randy Orton is the correct answer.
Okay.
This was a kind of a bullshit question, but Who body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3?
Oh, everyone knows that's Hulk Hogan. That's super easy.
Yeah, but
question,
like the question is super easy, but it's like people they build it as like this is the first time Andre's ever been picked up. But like
yeah.
everybody's done it. Like mid card guys used to slam him in Japan and stuff like that. Here's one.
Yeah.
Here's a tough one. Who created the 450 splash?
Oh, who created it? I actually have absolutely no idea.
You're gonna be shocked by this. This is why I concluded this one. You gonna give a guess?
No, I really have no idea. No clue.
Scott Steiner.
Really?
Scott Steiner created the 450 splash in 1989.
I know. He did it. I remember he did it, but I didn't know he invented it. Wow, that's crazy. Because now it's a cruiserweight thing. You know, he was a giant dude always.
Dude, Scott Steiner was always fucking big. Like, you know what's the sad thing about Scott Steiner is like he literally right now in his career he's still doing WWE stuff in his like 60s.
Yeah.
And it's like, how bad were you with your money? Because like Ric Flair was notoriously bad with his money. That's why he wrestled well into like his 70s because he would blow his money as fast as he would make it. And I think Scott Steiner, I don't know the man's finances by no means, but like to still be doing this, is he doing it for the love of the game or is he doing this because he needs to pay rent?
Probably a little of both, you would think, because if he really hated it, he probably wouldn't do it. But at the same time, hey, money talks.
But it also, Scott Steiner's one of those wrestlers I thought would die young, and he's kind of like exceeded that because like a lot of wrestlers die because like I remember Logan Paul recently stated in an interview that wrestling isn't so much about skill, it's about your tolerance of pain. Like the people that are very good at tolerating pain tend to go up in the company, and the ones that don't tend to fall down because you can do more events, you can do more for events, and to alleviate the pain, it's easier to recover if your body's mostly muscle. That's why you see a lot of these guys that get really jacked and they take these steroids. It's because it's easier for that muscle to like not bruise and or heal after being damaged. So it's like, oh, which is funny because like you see people like Jelly Roll and stuff like that. And you're probably shedding viewers right now, but I've always wanted to talk with you about wrestling.
Haha. It's like, all good.
Because like I grew up watching wrestling. I remember the day I stopped watching wrestling. It was the finger poke of doom in WCW, where like Kevin Nash had just beat Goldberg and ended the streak, and Nash came in and gave the belt to Hogan right then and there on the next Raw, like a day later. And I'm like, this is fucking terrible. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, no match, no build up. Let's just give the belt to Hogan.
They didn't give a shit, but hey. Back then, they were the leader. They were beating.
I can just picture Vince Russo in the back. You know what, dog? Eric, I got a great idea. Let's just get outraged, right, Eric? We're going to have Hogan. We're going to have him go in the ring. We just ended the streak, and we're going to give the belt to Hogan. You know, it's stupid. I can just picture him saying shit like this. Like, they did these crazy storylines back in the day. And it's like, how did WCW ever beat WWF? Which WWF is a worse company to work for than WCW. I will give them that, right? WWF is like the Carnival or the Locale Live of the universe.
Yeah.
But they won because they're Carnival. They attract kids. Like, you know, they attract stuff like that. And I don't know. Like, I looked at the early 90s, which was considered a down period in wrestling, and like the Attitude Era, as wrestling. That's what wrestling was to me. I didn't really get into the 80s stuff. My grandfather watched it. It would be on the TV. I didn't give a fuck about Jimmy Snuka or Playboy Buddy Rogers or, you know, Bruno Sammartino and shit like that. I started getting into it when like Bret Hart was like the champion and like Big Daddy Cool Diesel and that kind of stuff. And I used to go rent those tapes at the video store and like watch the old WrestleManias, like and I'd relive it. I'd never experienced it before, so I'd start early and watch like the Macho Man and Hogan be tag team partners, then the Fallout, then with Hogan always won, so that always pissed me off too. Any
more questions in this countdown? I have a couple quick questions for you before we adjourn.
Go hit me up.
All right, so I had two questions for you.
Okay.
All right. The first one is a question that I think you get asked all the time.
Okay.
But I literally want to ask it to you man to man here. And I really would like an honest answer if you can. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think you're actually done doing this Lalcow live shit? Completely done 100%? No. Or do you think that this is just a time where you might go back to it if the money's good or if things get bad? I'm just curious about where you are in your mindset with that right now.
The honest answer is, no, I think I'm completely done with Locale, Probably not.
Thank you for being honest. Thank you,
I,
because I think a lot of people, you've been saying, no, you're done with it. That's
in
actually, I think.
in my mind, I'm done with it. Completely done with it. But I don't like to burn bridges. I don't like to like shut doors I don't have to shut. And that's mainly from anxiety. And like, there's so many things that can happen. Like one of the reasons I'm allowed to make this choice where I go from making doctor money back to making like $40,000 a year is because I saved 90% of my locale money and I invested it and I put it in other places. I put it in things that appreciate, and that allows me to have a little bit of financial freedom and not have to like curtail to anybody or like work on somebody else's schedule or do things like that. But if it ever came down to it and I was desperate, I'd go back on hands and knees groveling. I'm never going to like put my self-respect ahead of like my wife's health or like something my wife desires. If I have to shovel shit to buy pills, I'm gonna shovel shit to buy pills. I'm never going to say I'm never going to go back. But in my headspace right now, I don't want to be a part of it. Not because of anything or not because I dislike anybody, but I just find it like it doesn't fit my mental health. That's the end of it all. Like even Keemstar said himself, like he doesn't want to do the show. So he's in the same headspace I'm in. Like you just get burned out on it. Like doing a show 6 days a week for 2 hours a day and is constantly keeping up with the drama. It's exhausting. It's the same reason I try to hold on to the video games. I know this is kind of making it about me again. I don't want to be like a dude that's like left wing or right wing and doing politics and news. Cause like, first off, it's another saturated market. And second off, it just makes you depressed to watch the news all the time. So it's
true.
Like,
very true. Yeah. Very true. Especially in today's world, how crazy shit has gotten. So let me ask you this then. This is a follow-up question. Honest question. A few weeks ago, well, at this point, it was like a month and a half ago. Holy shit, how time flies. When you had messaged me to talk to me about it and say, about possibly appearing on my show and stuff, 100% honest answer. Was that because you had had a change of heart? You had come out of this depression era and you wanted to do it? That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. And the thing, I'll say this publicly, all right? I don't have any ill will towards Keem at all. I don't. I really don't give a shit about anything he does anymore. Like I used to. I used to be a hater, right? I used to dump on this guy and say, I hate your content. I wish him all the success in the world. I really do. But I would have thought that by now, he would have known the kind of guy that I am and the way that I operate, that if he had come to me and said, hey, let's plan something, let's have you on the show, let's do this, then I might have considered it. But the fact that he had you and Boogie come out to do it, that's just like, how does he not know yet? I mean, how many interactions have we had where I've told him I'm an honest guy, you got to be upfront with me, you got to be transparent with me, and then I'll consider shit.
Let me be
you know what I mean?
Let me be the lapdog here. People assume Keem just sits around drunk all day. He doesn't. He's got a lot on his plate. Like he does he still does Drama Alert on 2 platforms. He's always trying to launch something. He has Happy Punch he's got to work with. He has to do the boxing stuff. Then he has Locale Live, which is what it is. It's an amalgamation of whatever, right? And there's constantly people begging for his time and attention every which way but loose. So like if he can
except if
he can outsource something, he usually does it. Not because he doesn't want to do it. He does like, well, I'm too good to talk to Phil. It's just like it's one more thing he has to do during the day. And if he can go like, hey Jordy, you've been talking to Phil. Go ask Phil if he'll be on the show instead of reaching out. And I know you want the interpersonal touch, but that's the real juxt of it. Like people want me to talk bad about Keemstar. I'm not. I mean, every person makes mistakes. Every person's judgment is based on their own world experience. And Keemstar always thinks he's doing the best for him and his friends, even though it's not always the case. I like Keemstar. I can still consider Keemstar my friend. I don't think he's the baddest person as people make him out to be. Right. I'll say this right now, like, Keemstar out of versus anybody else in the YouTube world has always been more friendly to me and has always made me money every time I've walked around him. And I feel like he's very, very loyal when you get into the inner circle. And I don't think his intentions are ever bad. They just sometimes turn out bad,
I have so few actual interactions with the guy. I don't have much to really say. You know what I mean? Like I've tried to stay away from it. I don't like the drama. I don't want to be involved with the drama. A lot of people thought today that this is drama, what we're doing right now. I don't think this was drama. I think this was just a fun conversation between two guys, but I don't want to be sucked into that vortex as much as there is a hurricane blowing around me of all my detractors. I'm just in the center being my own thing. And that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to do lolcow shit. I don't, and Keem keeps thinking that I want to, or that I want to make money doing it. I don't, and it's it. Like, I don't have any ill will towards that guy, but he has to understand that if he wants to actually talk to me, he has to talk to me. It's not.
I don't know. I can't say that you made a mistake not jumping on it, but we made a lot of money.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you, but here's the difference between you and me, and this is fine because we're different people, and that's the good thing about life is that different people are different. That's what makes life special, right? That not everyone's exactly the fucking same. You went on lolcow, you did a lot of crazy shit, embarrassing shit, you made a ton of money doing it. At the end of the day, you're happy. You saved all the money, you're in a good spot. It allows you to do whatever the fuck you want right now. Good on you. I say thumbs up to you. I'm the kind of guy, if I went on lolcow and I did a bunch of embarrassing, stupid, fucked up shit and I made a lot of money, I would fucking hate myself and I'd be depressed to shit. It would affect my personal life with my wife. I would not be able to go back on stream with my viewers and do what I do. I would actually feel like I ruined everything because I've put so much time, effort, and just a lot of morality into what I feel like I do that to then degrade myself to then just make a quick buck, I couldn't do it. And I understand that not everyone's like me. And I'm not going to hold you to a standard or anything. That's fine. Like, listen, you did good for your family. I'm proud of you, dude. I am. Because I know things weren't going good. And all of a sudden you did that shit. And you it probably took an intense amount of fortitude to go through the shit that you went through on that show to make that kind of money. I can't do it. I would actually lose my fucking mind. I would hate everything about it.
I'm a fat person and my wife's a cancer survivor. And in my head, we're going to get sick. Even if I snap my fingers right now and turn to a 180-pound man, I've done an immense amount of damage to my body. It's not if I'm getting sick, it's when I'm getting sick. And I don't want to be going to a government agency and be like, please, daddy, give me enough money to just for the tooth pull. That kind of shit, right? I don't want to be
that makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. It does.
And I'm willing, I'm willing to have shit dumped on my head to do it.
My last question for you, and this will be it for today. Thank you so much for your time. You've been here for almost 2 hours. I really appreciate it. And this is a heavy question. All right, I saved it for the end. Okay.
Okay.
So you say your whole life you've been overweight, right? Like pretty much your whole life you've been an overweight guy.
Yep.
I've heard you recently, and again, this is just me hearing highlights, so I don't know to what extent I've heard the true story. You've said recently that you feel like you're to the point where you have to start losing weight. Like you think you gained those 40 pounds and you're in a situation where oh my God, my body actually feels awful. It's like make or break time,
it's different.
Do or die.
It's different this time. My body's telling me that it's different.
Okay. I've also heard you say you're considering going on some of these weight loss drugs and that you've considered doing it, but it's expensive. So you haven't gotten into it yet. Is that the case? That's the next step would be to go on some of these drugs. I've
already been on them a couple times and they've worked. But I've always used them as I got to get ready for a fight in London. I need to drop 25, 30 pounds. Here's some Ozempic. Boom. Just be sick. Don't eat. Train. Lose weight quickly. But I've never been on them long term. And the idea is to go onto it long term. But the problem is I'm not diabetic. Even though I'm 400 pounds, my blood work, I shit you not, is good. I have blood work of a normal person. The issue...
That's good. That's good.
The issue with that is my insurance won't pay for it. It's $400 to $600 a month every month. So it's like a car payment for something do I have the willpower to invest this money into myself and actually go through with it?
Right. Right. Because as you know, if you get on it, it's not just taking the drug.
Yeah.
It's a whole lifestyle change. It's a diet change. It's a health. It's all kinds of things.
I lost weight
you're
once
gonna
before.
have to change to make it stick. You did once. I forget. Now, was it because you were working out? That wasn't the surgery,
I cut my stomach out, and that worked. It 100% worked. I would have gotten down to your size.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, as soon as I did that, the trolling kicked up astronomically. And just like anybody else that's an addict, and when I started stressing out and not knowing where the next paycheck was coming from, I drowned myself with chicken tenders. and Coca-Cola and things like that. That's like I have gray hair now. I would say strictly from that period of time where I lost my Twitch channel. Like that was such a detrimental blow to me because I went from making $7,000 a month plus doing DoorDash to losing DoorDash and losing my Twitch partnership to being unemployed within a period of 2 months. It is like, and then they got my YouTube banned for a while, and I'm on Facebook streaming to like 150 motherfuckers.
Jeez. So
now that's another thing I want to ask you. Like, did you ever get your stream elements and stuff back?
I'll talk about that in a sec because I don't want to lose my train of thought on what we're talking about right now. But so in regards to this right now, would you agree, like we've just said, you are getting into a better headspace now, correct? You are. You're like, you're not feeling as bad.
Not currently, no.
So you're not in a better headspace.
No, I'm depressed right now. Like I'm literally sleeping 15 hours a day. I was asleep right before I woke up here.
Wow.
Like, my whole day is sleeping and playing Battlefield right now. It's like,
the thing is, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think you're a bad person. I actually don't. And a lot of people say you are. I don't think you are.
No.
I just think that it's a lot of situations, a lot of shit that happened because it's very similar to shit that's happened to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I am now at a point in my life where I've actually turned a lot of things around, which is great. You know, it is. I'm healthier. I'm happy. I'm working out. I've lost a lot of weight. I'm feeling good about myself again for the first time in many years. I felt like shit for a long time with things that were going on. And the one piece of advice that I want to give you, and I hope you don't take offense, all right? Step one, before you get on a drug, before you even start working out, before you start do any of this shit, dude, man to man, you have to fucking start eating better right now. Like, I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about in a week. I'm talking about this moment that I'm talking to you, Jordy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start eating better right now because the stuff that you're putting in your body is directly responsible for what's going on right now.
I'm poisoning myself. But like, if it was that simple, like don't drink the poison, Jordy. It's not that simple though. You know, it's not that simple.
Oh, I know it's not simple. I know it's not.
Like,
I've been through a lot of shit myself.
Because I think at one point you used to be an alcoholic, right?
That's exactly what I was about to say. That when I was younger, dude, that was my escape. That was how I slept at night. When stuff was going horribly, it was just drinky, and it all goes away because now, you know, who cares, right? I don't care in the world anymore. I'm drunk. But for me, what I want to tell you is the easiest way to do it, because this is how I started doing it, and it might not work for you, but I want to try to help you if I can. For example, if you're going to make a change, don't make a shocking, immediate change, because this is what people tell you. You've got to stop doing it immediately. Bullshit. That never works. You can't just go cold turkey on anything. It will never work. That's nonsense. You have to wean yourself off of shit, right? So right now, am I understanding that almost all food that you eat is takeout, correct?
Oh, 100%. Most of the time, yeah. 90% of the time.
So what you got to start doing is, number one, if it's going to be takeout, you got to find something in the takeout that you can start to eliminate. So for example, it's takeout, but you're not going to get a soda.
Oh.
You're going to get the burger. You're going to get all that shit, but you're not going to drink the soda.
Soda's what I want the most, though.
I know it is. That's why you got to not do it. I know, because that's the dangerous shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it's the food. Oh no. It's the drinks. It's the soda and the sugary shit that you put. That is the most dangerous. I used to drink coffees with sugar and cream and all this shit, and I'd have 3-4 of them a day. Dude, that is so many calories and shit that's awful for you.
Like the soda makes the meal, because like you could give me like mashed potatoes and fried chicken and all the stuff I like to eat, but if you give me a glass of water with it, I won't be able to enjoy it. I need the Pepsi Cola or the Coca-Cola to go with it.
I hear it. And I used to do that when I started on YouTube. I had to have my sugary drink. So I always had an energy drink, or I had the sugary shit. And then when I started phasing it out and doing something different. Instead of it being sugary, I had what's that?
It's a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. And like, I got like a water here with me. Like I'm trying.
Okay. That's better. That's definitely better. It's not great. It's still better because now you don't got the sugar. You got the artificial sweetener, which is still bad, but it's not as bad as the pure sugar. That's for sure. That the full sugar shit, you've got to cut out.
I've been trying. To be honest, I've been trying to wean myself down to 2 a day, and then almost try to go down to 1, and then down because like I feel the gap with this shit, like this zero sugar shit. Like I'm allowed 2 full strength ones, but if I need to fill the gap, I also try to drink 4 of these a day, but I drink the vast majority of my calories because my stomach's still small.
How long do you stream when you stream? How long are your actual streams?
2 to 3 hours.
In a go.
Yeah.
All right. I got just throwing this out there. All right. What if starting today, you do not eat and drink when you're on a stream? Only water. That's it. You're allowed water.
That's easy. I can do that.
Do it right now. I'm serious. This would be a constructive change you could make to your content and yourself when you're streaming. Only water. All right. Number one, you're already going to get used to a time period where your body says, I'm only getting water. It's going to be normal. And after a while, you won't care about drinking the water during the streams anymore. It's just a normalized behavior. Number two, you're not going to give your trolls the ammo of seeing you stuff your face and drink the soda and then they got the clip they want. You're taking it away from them and you're doing something good for yourself. I think that this could help you a big amount right now if you could make that change. All right. I'm not holding you to it. I'm just making the suggestion as someone who has been catching up with you and watching some of your content. And I'm seeing this go down and I'm like, dude, he's drinking the soda. He's talking about eating a double Whopper.
Why are you watching the troll videos?
Because it's a quick way to get involved in what's going on negatively with you. So I can see the public perception of you. I know that that's not the truth about you, but I know that's the public perception of you. You see, you noticed I watched them, but I didn't come here and crap on you today because it happens to me and I understand it. I get it. I out of everyone out there, I fucking get what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. But I know that you can do something good for yourself. If you're telling me you're down, you're feeling awful and shit, I feel bad as someone who just went through a journey where I changed my whole lifestyle to be better and healthier. And I feel like maybe I can help you a bit. That's one thing that I think you could 2-3 hours, 4 hours, even a 4-hour stream, just drink the water. Even if it means after the stream, then you eat right away off stream. At least you're not doing it during the stream.
Yeah.
I think that's a step one towards something good. And please tell me you didn't take offense at me giving you. Okay, thank you.
I'm never going to take offense, dude. Every day of my life, somebody talks shit about me. I'm not going to take offense to words. The only time words even hurt is if there's like a hint of truth behind them. Like people would call me like fat, wife beating, pedophile every fucking day of my life. None of that's fucking well, the fat part's true. But I've heard the fat part to the point where it's like, okay, I'm numb to being called fat. Like that hurt in kindergarten, right? But
I know.
but
and
when
me
there's
too,
when there's truth to it, like Wings, you're gonna die penniless and broke on the government. That would hurt my feelings. Like, because like that's the fear I have, and that's me giving them ammunition. And I work towards not that.
Exactly. So I was just gonna say the good thing is that's not gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
It's not. And that's something to be proud of because you could have been in that position and you're not. And that's something, you worked hard, you went through hell to do it, but at least you're not in that position. Me too. I went through a lot these last couple of years. We didn't even get to that. And, we're out of time for today, but maybe we'll do this again sometime and we can talk about more stuff. To answer your question, your last question there, in regards to getting banned from everything, I'm pretty much still banned from everything, but basically I can never take a transaction through any of these third-party services whatsoever. Like they won't allow me to take any income from, like no one can send me a tip and it's linked to say Stream Elements or whatever, and then the pop-up happens. So all I have is I have accounts where, did you notice I manually do half my shit? It's because when people say stuff to me, Phil, why do you manually control your streams? I didn't. Well, and now I have to. I'm manually doing all my shit because I have to.
When you're on the slideshow,
got me banned.
When you're on the slideshow, I noticed that a $2 thing popped up and it played a sound. And it looked like Streamlabs.
There is, let me put it this way. You can still find a way to use them without having transactions through them. As long as there's no actual money going through the service, you can still use the service. But
I think I know what you're meaning. I don't want to say it out loud. I think I know what you're meaning.
The thing is, they don't want to get involved with money for someone who they think is either involved in trolling or some kind of underhanded activity.
Dude, I got to see what got me banned. You know what got me banned? They sent an email to them stating that I was a pedophile ringleader and that I was laundering money through their service to like entrap children, and they believed this shit. They believed this shit and just banned me. And it's like I appealed the ban, and they gave me no information. Like, no, you still banned. Which I understand they don't want to deal with it. They don't make any money off me other than if I buy a membership from them. Right.
Right.
And
So
it's like,
to them, who cares?
Yeah,
Sweep them
fuck
under
you.
the rug. Who gives a shit? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's so trash.
With me, what they did is they went back to my origins, like my early content, and they found some of my most risque commentary and they edited it together to make it look like it was today. Like they actually updated the fucking videos to make it look like it was more modern and shit. And they sent it to everyone. They sent it to Twitch. They sent it to all the fucking, they sent it to Teespring, which is why I lost my merch. They sent it to everyone. It's the same package. I only know because someone who fucking worked for Twitch sent it to me after the fact and said, "Are you aware that this is what is getting you banned all over the internet?" I was like, "No, this is insane." And, you know, there was someone who liked me and who worked at Twitch and said, "Just so you know, this is what just happened." I like, unreal. You know, it was from 2010 and it was like 2021. And they got me 11 years later, they got me banned from everything. It's like, are you insane? I don't do this shit. Like, this is not me.
I still don't know why I got banned from Twitch. I still don't know. They said I broke the contract from like Article 5, 15 of some dude. I signed a Justin TV contract. I didn't sign a Twitch contract. My shit said Justin TV on it.
Way back then, exactly.
And it's like, you think I kept that contract 10 years? You know what the worst part about it is I got my 10-year like Twitch partnership shirt the same week I got fired. The same week I got fired. I still have it.
Oh, nice.
I thought about putting it back here on the background somewhere. Just put like Twitch partner 10 years. Just as like, and people are like, why don't you go? Because YouTube is real. Like every time I've had an issue with YouTube, they've held my back every single time. I have 5 people at YouTube at this point I can contact.
That's cool.
And it's like,
I did at one point, but not anymore. I did, you know, now they're all fucking fired and laid off and shit. But I wish I had one, but it is what it is. I'm good. Like, I don't really have issues with YouTube either. Like, I never have an issue on YouTube. It's always someone else. It's always someone else gets a bug up their ass about something stupid. It's never YouTube. YouTube's always okay, or they're cool, or it's like, you know, oh, we're letting you know that this happened. We're going to age restrict something or whatever. It's never like, oh, you're banned and we take everything away. Like, why would they do that? It's crazy. They don't act like that, luckily. So, all right, Jordy, I want to say thank you. I think this was a great 2-hour conversation, wasn't it? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I knew I was going to enjoy myself. I didn't come here with like ulterior motives to try to fuck with you.
Right. And the same thing here. Like people were like, is he gonna destroy Wings or whatever? I think I asked some interesting questions that people enjoyed the answers to, and we had a good conversation. But at the same time, it was cool just to hang out. And what I'm gonna do, of course, is what I always do: is what do people like, not like? We'll see how people react. Go for it. Okay. I'm gonna upload it right now. I mean, actually, this is live. I'm just gonna make this an archive stream where it's just gonna be 100% available on this channel immediately. So, and you can upload it to yours, no problem at all. And I think it was great. And again, feedback from your viewers, my viewers. Did everyone like it? Would you like more? I'm down for this kind of conversation. This is the kind of stuff I like to do because you notice it was us just talking, having a good time about anything. There was no fucking drama. It's not, oh, this nasty shit about you here and going at each other. Who the fuck cares about that shit? We're tired. Everyone does that shit. It's boring.
Dude, you had that one interview with those stupid dudes. God, what, Stuttering Craig was his name?
Yeah. Complete bait and switch from what it was supposed to be.
Keemstar tried to get me to go on that show right before the Boogie fight. I'm like, fuck that. Did you see what they did to Phil? I am not going on that show.
We will. Let's definitely talk about that perhaps in the future because that was a total bait and switch and hilarious what's happened to them. But anyway, Jordy, thank you so much for your time. Everyone who watched, thanks for watching. We want feedback, obviously.
Bye.
And see you soon. Take care, man.